All right, everybody, welcome to JG9 Live. Hope you guys are ready to have a lot of fun tonight as we live stream this game between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 3 of the preseason. No video intro today. I'm going to do it for the regular season games. I just want to test run it during the preseason games, some of them, just to see how it would work. There's so many preseason games that I wouldn't have enough time to do everything I needed to. So we're not going to do it for this game. We might do it for the Sunday game. But with it being said, Browns-Eagles, it is time for week 3 of the preseason. This game is on NFL Network. If you guys do want to watch, this game is on NFL Network. With that being said, if anyone's got any questions for me about anything at all, if you've never been to a JG9 stream, how it works, just fire away in the chat with any questions about anything. I'll be happy to answer. I'll be doing play-by-play and providing some commentary on this game as it happens. If you want to have your question moved to the front of the queue, we have donation leaderboards. How that works, you just donate, and I will get to your question right away. Otherwise, I'm just going to go in the order that I see the questions. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. This should be a fun night. Week 3 of the preseason officially underway. Game 1 of 6 this week that we are covering. We got a game tomorrow, Giants-Panthers. We got a triple header on Saturday, and we got the Saints-Chargers game Sunday. But we do have our first donation of the night. Eggonator, thank you so much. Eggonator with a $5. Top 5 in my NCAA 14 dynasty in week 9. UCF, ECU, Florida State, Tulsa, and Navy. Oh, man. Oh, that is pure sicko right there. That is like 2007. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I wish college football was like that. How are UCF, ECU, Tulsa, and Navy in the top 5? I have no clue. In 14. I get how today with UCF in the Big 12, but back then, wow. All right, so Isaac, who's a member, again, thank you so much for becoming a member. Do the Steelers make the playoffs to pick and start the whole season? I said no. I don't think they do. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. Hi JG, I'll try to come back in a while. I'm busy at the moment. That's okay, Barbara. That's okay, Barbara. Welcome to the stream, and hopefully you come back soon. Is Brandon Staley a younger version of Todd Haley, but a defensive coach instead of offense? That's an interesting question. I don't think he's as polarizing as Haley. Haley, a lot of people didn't like playing for him. Staley, I don't think there are people that hate playing for him. He's just not that good of a head coach. Predictions for how many bots will be in the stream. Billy Ball said 3. I can guarantee you it will be way more than that. Do you think the writers-actors strike will force CBS to change its original plans for the post-Super Bowl slot? I don't think so. I don't think it will. I think it's going to... I don't think it's going to make any difference. I would assume that the shows are filmed already. The shows have been filmed already. Also, you might notice in the background, you got Eagles helmets, you got Browns helmets. The ones on the far side are not autographed, but everything in this case and everything behind me is autographed. So we got a lot of Eagles and Browns helmets, which is nice. 80s/90s. Hang on, we have a $5 from Michael Hodel. Thank you so much. Good evening, JG. Hope you're well. I'm doing well. I'm doing Grubhub as always. Got to keep the grind up. Grind don't stop. I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Michael Hodel. And again, thank you for becoming a member of the Baselli tier. Again, we introduce memberships for those who don't know. Members get interesting perks. They get custom emojis. They get, including a Caillou emoji. We do have a Caillou emoji now. So I know that is a pretty popular meme in this chat. It's an inside joke. If you've been here many times before, you can get a Caillou emoji. We have a $2 from Spence. Thank you so much. Thoughts on the NBA schedule release? I'm going to get to that in just a bit. Let me just finish the membership thing really quickly. You're going to see on the top right, we have the image slideshow where we thank all our members and thank our patrons and all that. In terms of members, you can, based on different tiers, you can get different perks, emojis, custom videos, request video topics, exclusive videos that will not be shown on the channel in like that 8 to 10 minute range. One should be coming out next week, which should be nice. But we do have that $2 from Spence. Thoughts on the NBA schedule release? I like the idea of Rivals Week. I do like the idea of Rivals Week. I know they do it in MLS. It works really well. I do like the idea of Rivals Week. I've not seen the full thing. I think the Christmas games make a heck of a lot of sense. I did not see the full schedule release, though. Well, Levy's schedule. I did not hear that. Okay, wait. Suns schedule. Did the whole thing come out? All right, the whole thing came out. All right, let's see. I've not seen the full schedule yet for the Suns. All right. Regular season. Oh, Jesus. Golden State, LA back-to-back to open up the year. Oh, God. Okay, I hate that we're doing back-to-back against San Antonio. I hate that. Although at least we get them early in the season. Let's get the Spurs early in the season. Back-to-back road games against Philly and Detroit on back-to-back Ds. That's not great. Yeah, I mean, what were they thinking with the schedule? We play Houston 3 times in a 4-game stretch. What is up with that? We play San Antonio back-to-back twice? I mean, this makes no sense. No sense at all, but I'm trying to see how many Sunday games we have, because I don't want Sunday games for obvious reasons during the season. All right. Okay. All right, let's see. Sunset 5 ABC, 25 national games. Yeah, that's crazy. Pat Sajak retiring? Yes, I did know that. Thank God. Sajak has been running on autopilot lately. He's been terrible. He's been going through the motions. Secrets is a perfect host. Secrets will be a perfect host. All right, let's see what other questions we've got. Watching this from Albany, Georgia. Thank you so much, Blazer. Thank you so much for tuning in, Blazer, as always. I find it hard to believe that in the over century that the Jets have been an organization that they have not once beat the Eagles. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy when you put it like that. It is crazy. I'm trying to make the bar smaller, but I guess this is... If I do that, that's what I'm going to do. Hang on. Give me one quick second. Just going to make the bar a little bit smaller so I can... So that you're not just seeing my chin. Because I don't want to adjust my seat because you got the helmet view, but I do not like the view with the bar. So let me... There we go. All right, there we go. All right. Let's see. Again, this game is on NFL Network. If you want to watch, if you have NFL Plus, you can also get it that way. I will not be sending any pirated streams. And if there are bots in the stream... do not click on them. I will remove them, but do not click on them. I'm currently listening to you in a pool. That is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Watching the game in the pool, that is nice. Let's see. Was I originally planning to go to the draft in 2020 before COVID happened? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was 100% going to go. It was worth the wait, though, having it back in Vegas in 2022. It was worth the wait. Vegas did a heck of a job. What do you think Jim Brown's record would have been if he didn't retire after 9 years? Would it be unbreakable now? I don't think it'd be unbreakable just because Brown played in a 12-game season and a 14-game season. So, I think Barry Sanders would have broken it regardless. But I think Brown would have had... I think he would have had 1,500. 15,000, I mean. 15,000. Not 1,500. I think he would have had... See if he averages 1,200 a season. I would say 16.5, 16,500. That would be what I think. Do I think COVID killed momentum for the East getting a new stadium? No, I don't think they were ever going to get a new stadium in Oakland. I really don't. Especially since the Warriors moved out. I mean, COVID didn't really kill any momentum with that. I don't think it did. Could I see Alonzo demanding a trade from the Mets? I could see that. Only because he thought they were going to be competing, and now the timeline is very clearly not even for next year. So I could see that. Do I think he's going to leave the Mets? No, but I could see a situation where if they're even more behind schedule next year, he could get traded at the deadline. I could see that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I could. Aaron Judge trade scenario. I have no clue. Judge isn't leaving. Just finished school and they can hop on for the stream. That is awesome. Hopefully everything went well. Hopefully you're not too exhausted. I know it's syllabus week for a lot of places, so it shouldn't be too bad. Is this the worst season in Yankees history? I don't know if it's the worst, but the most disappointing? Yeah, I would say most disappointing. I don't know about the worst season. I mean, they're still going to be around 500, but the most disappointing, yeah. I saw a question from Isaac earlier that I forgot to get to. Who was the 80s or 90s Baker Mayfield? Yeah, that's a really good question. I think of a guy that had a great rookie season. People thought extremely highly of him, and then he just kept regressing, and people thought he had so much potential afterwards. They thought, oh, maybe he wasn't given a fair chance. Rick Myra fits that perfectly. 93 actually played pretty well. Actually played pretty well as a rookie. Then just got worse and worse, and people were like, you know what? It's the Seahawks that were the problem. It wasn't him. It was the Seahawks that were the problem. You know what we should do? We should trade a first-round pick. We're the Chicago Bears. We should trade a first-round pick to get him. And yeah, that didn't work out. So I'd say Rick Myra and Baker Mayfield. I think the comparisons are pretty good. Local CBS affiliate I'm watching the game is on is airing Wheel of Fortune. So you have Wheel of Fortune first, then Jeopardy. I like Jeopardy first, then Wheel of Fortune. That's how I always grew up. New York, that's how it grew up. Is Jeopardy then Wheel of Fortune. You need a little bit of a confidence booster after Jeopardy. Yeah, Baker was good in 2020. That is a good point. But I think people, obviously after 2021, soured on him. Is Aaron Boone actually out for the season? I would be shocked if he's not. He has been a terrible manager. He should have been fired after the Marlins game. And I really need to do a dumb decisions video. There needs to the Marlins game, runner on second and third, 1 out. Berger has got 2 hits already, and you're not going to walk him and load up the bases in a tie game? Makes no sense. If I had to pick one NFL head coach to recreate the Joe Namath beauty mist ad, who would it be and why? I mean, the obvious pick is Sean McVay, but just for hilarity, I would love to see Bill Belichick do it. Just for hilarity. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the Titans QB situation with Will Levis' injury? Yeah, I did not hear about the Levis injury. I don't know how bad it is. Let me check. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I will say Levis did not look ready in the slightest bit last week in Chicago. He did not look the slightest bit ready. I'm still trying. Okay, left practice early with an injury. Yeah, I don't know how bad the injury is. Lower body injury. No clue how bad it is. I don't think it changes anything. The thing with Levis, he did not look ready in the slightest bit when he played the Bears. The pocket presence was terrible. Malik Willis actually looked pretty good. I was actually really shocked by that. So I think Willis is going to be the 2. Levis is going to be the 3, even before the injury happened. So Tannehill the 1, Levis the 3, Willis the 2. Willis improved. Willis actually improved. I don't know if it's going to translate to the regular season, but preseason he actually looked like a quarterback for the first time. Levis, it was bad. It was rough. So I don't think anything changes. 10th grade Bible teacher looked and sounded like great value Kirk Herbstreit. This guy, you pay attention. Are any of your Eagles helmets signed by Vinny P? They are not. They are not signed by Vinny P. I was thinking about getting an autographed jersey, but it was a bit too expensive to hang at the studio. We got some more jerseys coming that I will hang up soon before the start of the season. Shaq Leonard is also coming in, guy, for $25. Some people just don't know what they're selling, so I got Shaq Leonard for that. Is Trey Lance a future XFL star? He can't throw a football, so I don't even know if he's a future XFL star. NCAA overtime rules. If that happened, it would be a problem just because kickers are so automatic that you go first and you don't score, that's game over. They're just going to take 3 knees and try a 40-plus yard field goal. Do you think the Suns give full effort to this in-season tournament? Thanks for play. Of course, Jose. Thank you so much. I mean, they'll give full effort just because it's regular season games that are counting. Once we get to the actual, games that don't count, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think this whole tournament's stupid. This whole tournament is absolutely stupid. It makes no sense. It makes sense for soccer because you have different leagues competing against each other. NBA is just the same teams. It makes no sense. I hate the in-season tournament. I think it's a money grab. I think the format is ridiculous. They'll give full effort, but it will mean absolutely nothing. I have no incentive to care. Vlad is gone, thank goodness. Who do you think the next women's coach will be now? Yeah, I don't think we're getting Watkins from England. I think England's gonna hold on to her as they should. I think we're gonna get Australia's coach. I think Australia's coach worked under Jill Ellis, knows the system, knows the federation, good ties with them. I think it's gonna be we're gonna make a push for Australia's coach. That's what I think it's gonna be. Let's see what we got. Did the high quality of play in the first few weeks of the COVID NFL season with no preseason games influence teams to have starters hardly play? No, I don't think that changed anything. And look, I think that's a bit of rose-colored glasses. The quality of play was terrible. The first few weeks of COVID season, the quality was terrible. Defenses couldn't play. Defenses were missing tackles. It was bad. The quality of play was like legitimately terrible. There's fun, high-scoring offense, and then there's whatever the heck the first few weeks of COVID was, where teams were scoring 30-plus points a game by not even doing anything. I thought it was terrible. Will NCAA football teams ever do preseason like the NFL? I don't think so. That's why they have the buy-in games. The thing is that if you do preseason, what happens is that these smaller schools will suffer because they're not going to get money for buy-in games, for guarantee games. So I don't think it's ever going to happen. Coughlin, should he be a Hall of Famer? Absolutely, 100%. He should be a Hall of Famer. Tom Coughlin, great with the Jaguars as a coach, great with the Giants as a coach, 2 Super Bowls. He should absolutely be in. And this game is going to start in just a few minutes, and once it does, we will be live streaming the action, commentating on the action. What's your about the Dodgers having 100 wins and choking in the playoffs? I don't know if it'd be choking. If they lose to the Braves, it's not choking. I don't think anyone's stopping the Braves. Do the pandemic restrictions and a lack of preseason play a role in Carson Wentz's demise and terrible play? I don't think so. He was on the decline anyways. Modern day Johnny Manziel. So a guy with, I don't know if there is a modern equivalent. Like a guy with a ton of hype, fun in college, but didn't work, and then did nothing in the NFL. I don't know if there's an equivalent. I really don't know. I can't say there is. Eagles Mount Rushmore, just counting players. Oh man, that's tough. That is tough. Eagles Mount Rushmore. Who the heck do I put on there? Who the heck is on an Eagles Mount Rushmore? That is tough. Problem is that they don't really have any. No, because Tebow worked. Tebow isn't even modern day equivalent because he was before Manziel. And Lance is trying. Lance is watching film at least. Like I don't know who would be on an Eagles Mount Rushmore just because there's no obvious pick. Like, the thing with the lot of Mount Rushmores is that there's obvious picks. Like, for the Browns, okay, you gotta have Otto Graham on there. You gotta have Lou Latoe. You gotta have Jim Brown on there. Eagles, there's like 15 different things you could do, but there's no real lock. You could go 10,000 different ways with this. I kind of like that. Who am I putting on Eagles Mount Rushmore? All right. I guess we'll go Reggie White. We're going to go with Norm Van Brocklin. So White, Van Brocklin, Dawkins, and I can't remember is the closest one, but he's actually playing well. Yeah, so Dawkins, White, Van Brocklin, and man, do you put Kelsey? I can't put Cunningham on. I can't put a non-Hall of Famer on with how much history they have. Chuck Bednarik, yeah, that's a good one. Maybe Kelsey. I mean, I gotta put someone that's been on these Super Bowl teams. I might have to go Kelsey. For how much he means to the team and how good he's been. I might have to go Kelsey. Zion to the Spurs? No, I don't think so. White's the only obvious one. Reggie White's the only one that you have to have on. Chuck, yeah, Chuck. But who am I taking off? I guess I take Kelsey off. Then you have no one from this era of Eagles football on there. Are Browns fans the most heartbroken in the NFL? Drive, fumble, lost their team? Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. You know, just players. Just players. I'm not counting coaches or owners or anything like that. Just players. Just players. That is tough. Because the thing is that you put Chuck on. I have no problem putting Chuck on. But then who do you take off? Because if you take Kelsey off, you have no one on this golden era of Eagles football. Zach with a $2. Worst rivalry in the NFL. Jaguars-Texans is the least hated division rivalry in football. The teams, there's no animosity. There will not be any rivalry between the two when the league expands to 36 eventually and the Texans move to the AFC West. On top of that, teams are never being at the same time. All right, Eagles kicking off to start this one off. We are officially underway. We got a running clock on this thing. Kickoff is fielded at the 4-yard line to the 20. Digging down to the 22-yard line. Spence with a $2 donation. Thank you so much. I'm just a kid who's 4 each day I grow some more. Oh, God. You know, we do have Caillou emojis. We do have Caillou emojis. For members in the $4.99 and up tier, the Garrard tier, the lowest tier possible, you can get a Caillou emoji. All right, starting under center, this is interesting. It is not going to be Josh Dobbs. It is the 5th-round pick from UCLA, the star of the preseason, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. First play, hands it off to John Kelly, and Kelly gets about 3 yards there. My clock is all off. I forgot to stop it. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball is at the 25-yard line. DTR, the hero of the Hall of Fame game. And then last week against the Commanders, went 9 for 10 with the touchdown, 142.5 passer rating. He has been so much fun to watch, looking like a seasoned veteran out there. And he might be the backup quarterback to Watson. Been an interesting development. DTR feels the pressure, throws in the flat. That ball is caught down to the 29-yard line. Catch there made on the play by John Kelly. I should note, running back wise, the Browns have 6 on the roster, but they are not going to be playing 2 of them. Nick Chubb is out, and Jerome Ford is not playing. So 3rd and 5 coming up for the Browns. Yeah, I think DTR should be the number 2. I really do. Be interesting to see how he does here. 3rd and 5, or 3rd and 4, mark it at the 28.5. Got to get to the 33. DTR, they rush 5. Fires over the middle. That ball is caught. Nice composure there by DTR down to the 36-yard line. Good enough for a first down. Credit the catch on the play to number 18, David Bell. David Bell, the team's 3rd-round pick from last season out of Purdue. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line coming up. Nice composure by DTR. Not ducking in the face of pressure. Should note, wide receiver-wise for the Browns. A lot of inactives. Only 6 receivers active today. Amari Cooper is out. Jalen Darden is out. Marquise Goodwin is out. Jakeem Grant is out. Elijah Moore is out. Donovan Peoples-Jones is out. And Michael Woods II is out. There was a flag down. All right, down to the... Okay, I think the scoreboard's all off. The scoreboard is all... I don't know what... This game's on NFL Network. All right, so the scoreboard said 2nd down. Did they have to redo the play? Now they just got the first. All right, I think they redid the play, but they didn't show the flag. All right, preseason broadcast for you. All right, 1st down at the 34-yard line. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. DTR fires off his back foot. Incomplete pass on the run. Bit of a wobbler there. 12:54 left in the first quarter of action. Again, apologies for the clock situation. There was a bit of a scoreboard error we have to work on. Next Eagle and Brown in the Hall of Fame. Next Eagle is, yeah, Kelsey. Next Brown in the Hall of Fame. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Staying down, handoff, draw play to Kelly. Kelly down to the 37-yard line. So 3rd and 7 coming up. Brought down by Cunningham. Rest of you showing his early experience being held back. Yeah, I don't know why Deshaun's not playing. I honestly don't know. He did not look great the last game. He needs reps. He needs reps. I don't know why he's not playing. Yeah, Chubb is probably the closest, but even that. 3rd and 6. Throws, that ball is caught. What a throw there. A rifle going to Anthony Schwartz, who's had a rough preseason, had a rough Hall of Fame game, but some redemption there makes the grab, and good enough for a first down. Down to the 45-yard line. So, DTR 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far in this game. Working one-on-one with Zach McPherson. Schwartz wins that battle. 1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line is where they're going to mark a DTR. They rush 4, fires deep. He's got a man underthrown, but that ball is caught. That ball is caught into the red zone. The Browns go, and it is number 89, Cedric Tillman, the team's 3rd-round pick out of Tennessee. What a play. Nice cut there by Tillman on the route. Nice job tracking the ball. Bit underthrown, but Tillman, looking back on it, makes the grab once again over McPherson, who's had a rough start to this game for the Eagles. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 16-yard line of Philly. A nice opening drive so far. 3 wide. DTR hands it off to Kelly. Kelly gets past the line of scrimmage, but not a whole lot there, down to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Remember the name. Oh my goodness. My other 2 screens, it's the same game. It's the same game. It's both Cardinals-Mets. Every screen is Cardinals-Mets. Oh yeah, Garrett. Yeah, Myles Garrett, yeah. Yeah, Myles Garrett. Still so young, but yeah, Myles Garrett is probably the next closest. Yeah, this scoreboard for the game. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's so big and blocky. 2nd down. DTR fires. End zone. Back shoulder. Incomplete pass. No flag on the play. McPherson in the coverage. Tillman the intended target. Cedric Tillman again. The first pick that the Browns had. They didn't have a first round or a second round pick. We have a $2 from Zach. Thank you so much for that. Let me get your name in there. Who is the most overhyped player of all time? You're not going to like this as a Giants fan, but Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham. The height versus the production level, it just does not match. It does not match. One bit. Harvey Martin, Hall of Fame or Hall of Very Good? I think Hall of Fame. He should be Hall of Fame. 3rd and 8. DTR. They rush 4. Fires. Drag route. That ball is caught. Can he get the first down? I think the second effort's going to be good enough for David Bell. His second catch of the drive. I think that second effort will be good enough. We'll see if there's a measurement, but it looks like that's good enough for a first down. DTR is 3 for 3 on 3rd down. And has converted all 3 of them. This is phenomenal composure. Yeah, I did see the tweets, yeah. Oh, they're going to say 4th down? Really? I thought he got it. So 4th and 1, play action. DTR going to pick it up himself with his legs and slides down at the 4. Will there be a flag on the play for a helmet-to-helmet hit? Yes, there will. Yes, there will. So move it up to the 2. Personal foul penalty there. Helmet-to-helmet. I really thought he got the first down. But either way, DTR gets the first with his legs and then gets the helmet-to-helmet hit. A Ravens game. When am I streaming a Ravens game? I'm doing all the primetime games. So it was not helmet-to-helmet. He was going down. He can't take a shot at the... I like that. We'll see. Michael Vick Hall of Fame? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You got to let about 20 other quarterbacks in before you can even consider putting Vick in. All right. 1st and goal. Ball at the 2 following the unnecessary roughness penalty. Beckham, Hall of Famer? No. Here we go. DTR. 1 wide up top. And the Eagles jump. So move it up another yard. So back-to-back penalties for the Eagles. You have to wonder on that last play, before the encroachment penalty, Browns had one-on-one on the top of the screen. Let's see if they go with it here. Who makes the haul this year? I gotta look at the candidates at the break. I'll look at the candidates at the break. Say first and goal, ball at the 1. DTR. Hands it off to Kelly. Kelly, absolutely nowhere. Loses the football. Loses the football. The Eagles have it. The Eagles have the ball. The Eagles have the ball. Kelly never had control of that football, and the Eagles dodge a bullet. Bend but don't break. A great drive for the Browns goes absolutely nowhere. Fumble recovery there on the play by Kayvon Wallace, the team's 4th-round pick from 2020. And the Eagles will take over on their own 1-yard line. A great drive for the Browns. DTR looked phenomenal, but all for naught. All for naught as Kelly loses the football. And that could be bad for Kelly. That could be bad. Did not have a good game last week. 6 carries for 6 yards. Did not look great in the Hall of Fame game. Demetric Felton has played better than Kelly so far this season. You figure obviously Chubb is going to be your 1, and they don't have Ford playing today. That's going to be tough for Kelly. That is going to be tough for Kelly. He might not make the roster. Picking in my prime, Unitas or Flacco? Is that a serious Unitas or Flacco? Give me the Hall of Famer who's regarded as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Give me that guy. All right, so who's making the Hall of Fame this year? That's a good question. Let's look at the. Because I think we did the senior, but I don't think we did the. I don't think we've done the other ones. Jags, primetime games, I'm not streaming. Any Jags games. All right, so Julius Peppers is first ballot. Antonio Gates, I think, will also be first ballot. So I think those two will be first ballot. Then I think at least one of the receivers gets in. Of Holt or Marvin Harrison. I don't think they're going to put both in, but I think one of them will get in. So I would say, let's see. I think Jared Allen gets in. Willie Anderson, and Reggie Wayne. I think that will be Reggie Wayne, Willie Anderson, Jared Allen, and then Julius Peppers and Antonio Gates. That's my pick. 1st and 10 at the 1 now for the Eagles. Got to go 99 yards. Throw, high, incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 coming up. And the last drive ended with a Kelly fumble. In at quarterback is the backup Marcus Mariota, the former 2nd overall pick on the 2015 NFL Draft. Obviously, Hurts is your starter. Mariota is going to be the backup. He went 7 for 11 last week in that 20-19 loss against the Ravens, which I think was win number 24 in a row. Flacco or Dilfer? We have a $2 from Zach. Thank you so much. Let me put your name in there. Oh, it's already in there. And then I will get to your question after this play. Mariota, under center, hands it off. Stuffed in the end zone. That's a safety. That's a safety. He did not get out. He did not get out. That is a safety. That is a safety. Kenneth Gainwell could not get out of the end zone. Poor blocking there. A free tackle on the play coming from the secondary. Coming from Mohamed Diabate, the linebacker. Blew that one up. Blew right by Josh Sills at guard. And the Browns lead 2-0. All right, Browns defense did their job there. Browns defense did their job. All right, Flacco or Dilfer? I'm taking Flacco. That'll take Flacco. 4. Mark my words, DTR's next Tom Brady. I don't want to go that far, but DTR looks extremely composed, especially for a 5th round pick. I honestly considering how bad Watson looked last year, I honestly might like DTR more. At QB. Just to give him a shot. Granted, you're obviously not going to do that, but DTR looks legit. Good footwork, doesn't take unnecessary sacks, doesn't take risks. He's accurate. Stands composed on third down, stands composed on the face of pressure. DTR has done everything that you want as a Browns fan. Safety punt. Punt here by Ty Zentner. And it's bobbled and fielded by the Browns at the 20-yard line. Broken tackle out to the 25 and now bounds at the 29-yard line. Return on the play there by Demetric Felton. So first and 10 for the Browns coming up at the 29-yard line. Marvin Harrison was doing excellent community work in Philadelphia in 2009. Just type in Mark. I love that meme. Oh, that's great. That is great. All right, first and 10. Ball is at the 29-yard line. I don't want to jinx anything, but we've been on the air for about 40 minutes. Not one bot. Not one bot yet. I don't want to jinx anything. First and 10. Ball at the 29. DTR, empty backfield. Drops back. Incomplete pass. Pump faked a bit too much there, a bit too much clutching. Intended target on the play was Anthony Schwartz. Second down coming up. Speaking of Anthony Schwartz, the intended target on that play, this is a big preseason for him. This is a big game for him. He did not look good in the Hall of Fame. He had a big fumble. Didn't have a single catch last game despite 3 targets. He is on the bubble. Again, there's 7 receivers not playing today for the Browns. Schwartz, a swiping a veteran, is not one of them. Play action, back shoulder throw. Did Schwartz stay in bounds? Did Schwartz stay in bounds? He did not. Good effort, though. Good effort. That's more like it from Schwartz. That's more like it. I'm a bot. I listen to my music. By the way, the play does not count. And the penalty will go against the Browns. It's going to be holding. So second and 20 coming up. Push them back to the 19-yard line. Oh, now they're saying that the Eagles are declining the penalty. So instead of second and 20, it's going to be third and 10. That's an interesting one. Second and 20 versus third and 10. Which one do you do? The scoreboard said third down. The referee said they accepted the penalty. Okay, second and 15. So, okay, everything is wrong. Felon gets the delayed handoff, and they get that yardage back to make it third and 10. Back to that 29-yard line. Funny how that worked out. Third and 10. When does Schwartz look good in the NFL? That is a good question. I was reminded tonight that the Eagles have Scott Grant for preseason play-by-play. Used to be on Fox. They have voiced a lot of NFL advertising, and is always synonymous. Yeah. I mean, I think Eagles preseason broadcasts, from what I remember, are usually all right. They're usually pretty decent. Can't be any worse than Cowboys. They rush 5. DTR, out route, incomplete pass, inaccurate throw. Coverage there coming from McPherson. Intended target on the play, I believe it was David Bell. Just getting the clock down. So a quick 3 and out for the Browns. Jalen Carter, is he playing? I did not get the list of inactives for the Eagles. The Browns gave a list of inactives, which is nice. But I did not see a list of inactives for the Eagles. The fact that they're not showing Carter at all on the screen is probably he's not playing. Punt is going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. And down to the 27. Return on the play there by Olamide Zaccheaus, the former Virginia undrafted player. Used to play for the Falcons. Down to Phillies, 29-yard line. 7:45 left in the first quarter. Browns lead 2-0. As we have a 199 from Spence Sports Network. Thank you so much for that. Let me get your name in there. Are Winston and Mariota busts? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely they're busts. I don't know why. Are they catastrophic busts in the sense that they couldn't play in the NFL? No, but are they busts in the sense that they did not live up to the hype whatsoever and they were not the franchise quarterbacks? Yeah, 100%. 100%. You draft a guy number 1 and number 2? Yeah, absolutely. Has Carter played all in preseason? Yeah, he played last week. He blew up the Ravens' offensive line. Yeah, Carter played last week in the preseason. He dominated. Why are we getting safety? Is this the most Cleveland way to start? Fumble at the 1-yard line? Shades of Ernest Spiner. Yeah. I guess so. All right, so 7:46 coming up. I should also... I'm going to get to some questions that I have not gotten a chance to yet because the chats are moving so fast. Mike, All-Star, Marcus Allen. I mean, two completely different players, but Marcus Allen was better. Marcus Allen was way better. Okay, I keep saying it's week 3, but it's week 2. It's week 3. I mean, because we had this discussion last week when I called it week 1 when it was week 2. This is a nice diving catch in left field by for the Mets. Week 1 counts. Hall of Fame game counts as its own week. Hall of Fame game counts as its own week. So this is week 3. I used to count Hall of Fame game as week 0, but apparently now it's week 1. So yeah. Am I sure? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. All-Stat's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. Marcus Allen is one of the greatest running backs of all time. Is Wentz a bust? I wouldn't say Wentz is a bust. I think they don't make the Super Bowl without getting that number 1 seed that Wentz got him to, and he was going to win the MVP before he got hurt. 15 Manning or 21 Newton? 15 Manning, at least he didn't make mistakes. Manning was not good in 15, but at least he didn't make critical mistakes. He could manage a game. Cam Newton could not manage a game. Clowney now is a bust, but someone who underperformed? Yeah, I would say so. Almost like Keyshawn Johnson. I would say Clowney, Keyshawn, very similar players in the sense that good in the NFL, very long careers, played well, but not a number 1 pick status. All right, Mariota back out there. Ball's at the 28-yard line for the Eagles. First drive ended in a safety. Hoping for better here. Drive number 2. Obviously, Jalen Hurts not playing. 3 wide, 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Mariota, play action. Pocket collapses, and down he goes. Down he goes back to the 22-yard line. Sack there, and give it to Maurice Hurst Jr. Hurst making Mariota feel the hurt. The offensive line has been in shambles today for the Eagles. Allow a safety, and now a 6-yard sack, making it 2nd and long, and it is Maurice Hurst Jr. there. Hurst, his first season with the Browns after playing with the Raiders and the Niners. Catch there made, and down to the 40-yard line, out of bounds he goes before he is brought down eventually on the play. By Tony Fields. Catch there made for a first down to the 40-yard line. Give it to Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is an interesting little player. Zacchaeus, undrafted guy out of Virginia, best known for his, 96-yard touchdown he had with the Falcons. They go quick. 1st and 10, ball at the 40, and incomplete pass. I guess that was intended for Zacchaeus. Mariota targeting Zacchaeus a lot on this drive. 2nd and 10 coming up. Whoever is 73 needs to get sent to the practice squad. Josh Sills. Yeah, Sills has been blown up. He got blown up on the safety. He got blown up on the sack. Josh Sills is playing like garbage right now. The team's undrafted guard from last year. He might be in danger. With a performance like this, he could be in danger. Tom Brady? Oh, he's such a bust that he's going to get a bust in Cannon. Handoff by Gainwell, breaks a tackle down to the 8-yard line before he's brought down by Fields. Fields is an intriguing linebacker for the Browns. Fields is an intriguing linebacker. He's played very, very well so far this preseason. Ball down the Hall of Fame game. And he's made some nice open field tackles today. 3rd and 2. Eagles going quick. Going no huddle to the 48-yard line. Mariota, 3 wide. 2 on the far side. Stacked up. 1 on the near side. Mariota. Play action. Slant route. That ball is caught into Cleveland territory down to the 38-yard line. Catch there made on the play. Give it to Greg Ward, the former Houston quarterback. Good enough for a first down. Nice RPO there. That's just typical RPO right there. So much separation on that slant route, and that was just a mismatch from the start. Ward on Ford. It's a quick little pass there. Once again going to Greg Ward, and Ward down to the 36-yard line. Eagles using a lot of no huddle here with Mariota. We'll see how long Mariota plays. Obviously, they do have Ian Book, the former Notre Dame quarterback, the former Saints quarterback that didn't really catch on there. And they do have Tanner McKee, their 6th-round pick out of Stanford. Oh, and there's the bot. There's the bot. It was a nice 45 minutes. I'm not going to lie. It was a nice 45 minutes. 2nd and 8. Mariota hands it off. Boston Scott has to go out of bounds. Behind the line of scrimmage. Loses 2 yards there. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Eagles have an interesting lineup at running back in the sense they don't really have a number one, but they do have a lot of guys that they can go to running back by committee. Obviously, you got Kenneth Gainwell, Rashad Penny, Boston Scott, DeAndre Swift. And that's a good 4. That's a good 4. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 9 now. The clock is still stopped. Mariota taking a breather. Not sure why. No timeout has been called. Is there an injured player or something? Yeah, Greg Ward, I liked him a lot coming out of Houston. Very, very explosive player. Obviously not great to play quarterback, but he's made that transition nice. He's made the transition very, very... Oh, wait, now the clock is running. He's made a very nice transition to wide receiver. All right. 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Mariota. Shotgun. 3 wide. Rush 5. Pass. Zacchaeus. Bit too high, incomplete. I guess that's what the knee-how needed. So instead of getting into possible go-for-it range, it's 4th and 9. And we'll see what they do here. 55-yard field goal attempt if they want to try it for Jake Elliott. Obviously, well within his range. We'll see what they do here. They're going to try the field goal. 55 yards. Jake Elliott. Snap is good. The hole, the kick. It is good. Jake Elliott picking up right where he left off from last season. 3-2 ball game. Eagles, after the drive by Mariota, take the lead for the first time today. Good snap by Lovato. Hold was good. And then the kick, Jake Elliott at 56. We know he can hit from 60. He's done it before. Obviously, the game winner against the Giants in 2017. And the Eagles lead 3-2. Phillies on top of the Guardians. Devontae Smith is busting the gut every time the camera cuts to him. How much longer would Paul Brown have coached the Browns if he wasn't fired? Well, I think the Bengals is a good indication. He would have coached until the mid-70s. I think that's a good indication. I don't see why he wouldn't have. More heartbroken, Bills or Browns? I mean, the Browns lost their team, so I would say the Browns. The Bills have had heartbreak, obviously. Obviously, Scott Norwood, 13 seconds, the Ronnie Harmon drop, but the Browns lost their team. No heartbreak compares to that. Philly versus Cleveland, both the NFL and MLB. Yes. Just like last year, with the Eagles-Texans playing against Astros-Phillies. All right, let's see. Trying to get to see some questions because I know I missed a lot. Invincible, favorite football movie. Favorite football movie, I mean, I love Invincible. Rudy's great. I love Draft Day, though. I love Draft Day. Yeah, I have seen Invincible. Great, great movie. Why did the Ravens hire Marcia Broda? He wanted to come back to Baltimore, especially after the Colts let him go. He was never really on great terms with Irsay. He was kind of a legend in Baltimore, so that's why. Plus, Marcia Broda, remember, he was very good his second stint with the Colts. The Colts were kind of a laughingstock at the very end, and then Marcia Broda came in, made them a 9-7 team, and then got him to an AFC championship. And then Irsay just didn't renew his contract. Flacco, was he a bad... No, he wasn't a bad quarterback. He wasn't a bad quarterback. No. Flacco was not a bad quarterback whatsoever. He was top 15. He was not a bad quarterback. Women's World Cup, best ever? Yes, I think so. This Women's World Cup has been the best ever. Who's a worse coach, Switzer or McCarthy? Oh, Switzer. At least McCarthy's done some good things. Switzer destroyed a dynasty. Any anyone else in modern NFL history that's been coaching over simultaneously? In modern history, no. All right, this kickoff is fielded at the 1 yard line. Taken out to the 15. Juke move to the 20. To the 25. He's got to move it seam to the 30. And down to the 32-yard line. A nice 31-yard return there on the play by Austin Watkins. But there was a flag on the play. So this is probably coming back in the area of holding or illegal block in the back. What should happen to Michael Orr? Well, we first have to figure out what the heck the truth is. Because we're saying one thing, the Tuies are saying another thing. The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. I have no clue. So we got to wait for more details to come out. But something's not adding up. Something's just not adding up. Is the U.S. women's team the best team? Not even close. Did you watch this tournament? They did not look good at all. They did not look good at all. England's the best team in the world. They made 4 tournaments under their current manager, made to the finals all 4 times. England's phenomenal. England's the best team in the world. Did the Warriors offer Gruen mistaken ownership? I don't believe they did. They offered him $100 million, but I don't think they offered mistaken ownership. Right, we'll see where they mark this after the penalty on the Browns. Joe Buck's Marlins Orioles lie during Dolphins games. That's a pretty good one. All right, first down at the 10. Some confusion there on the snaps. Second down coming up. Back to the line of scrimmage. Lucky to hold on to that ball. Greg Olsen should be number 1 on Fox, not Brady. I mean, Olsen's going to be number 1 this year. Brady eventually will come in, and I guess he's going to be number 1. The fact that our women's team isn't the best in the world anymore. Don't worry, I got this spot. I got it. Don't worry. I got this spot. Speaks volumes. Well, I think what happened is, it's simple what happened with the women's team. Pitch play there goes to Kelly, who fumbled earlier. Gain of 6 there, 3rd and 4 coming up. Eventually brought down on the play. What happened with the women's team is that they had such a head start with Title IX. Title IX was such a good thing for sports, for women's sports at the start, and we had such a head start. And now other countries are starting to invest in women's sports. Europe is starting to have European teams are starting to field women's academies and their own women's teams. They're starting to invest. They realize that there's something there, and we just can't keep up because Europe just does soccer better than us. Not surprised. Complacency. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, complacency. That's the number one thing. Team was complacent. Especially, you saw it this year. 3rd and 4, DTR tries to step in the pocket, and he gets sacked. Another 3 and out, so back-to-back 3 and outs. Sack there made by Marlon Topoltu. Marlon Topoltu there. Again, I do not have any pronunciation guides. Hopefully, I will have that when the regular season starts and the rosters are not as big. But another 3 and out for the Browns. Manziel did the best community work in Cleveland. Made guest appearances at all the frat parties. I mean, hiring a mod, like, I just don't know how that would work. I mean, I would have no problem with it. It's more just like right now it's manageable. Like right now I can do it. If it ever gets to a point where it's a booming punt, maybe outkick this coverage though to the 24 down to the 33-yard line. So a booming punt there. That is a punt of 61 yards. Return of 9, so 53 net. And that's where the Eagles take over for drive number 3 with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Like right now, it's just the occasional bot every now and then. If it ever gets to a point where the chat is moving so fast, where it's impossible to keep up, and there's bots and then like racist stuff happening, that's different. Then I'll definitely be hiring some bots if it ever gets to that point. But right now, it's pretty manageable. Thoughts on Everton in the Premier League this season? 61-yard punt. 61-yard punt. I don't think they stay up. There's usually that team that is struggling for so long and then they finally go down. I feel like Everton is that team. They've been struggling for the last few years. They didn't look good against Fulham this past Saturday. They did not look like a Premier League side against Fulham. So, we'll see. I think everything goes down. Again, in terms of what's coming up, we have a new video out on JG9. It was a video on the bizarre controversy from the 1967 season. It's actually the most watched video it's actually the most watched video I've had at this point in a long time. So go check that out if you haven't already. The dumbest protest in NFL history. We have a $2 from Spence. Thank you so much. I will get to your question in just a bit after I just go over a few things. Again, GG8 video coming out soon. I was in contact with my editor today, so that should be out soon. GG7 video hopefully coming out soon about Aaron Boone. Dumb decision that he did. And on top of that, remember, we have Patreon if you want early access to videos and the ability to request videos obviously to cover. If you want some cool emojis, an icon next to your name in the chat and whatnot, become a YouTube member right now. We already have quite a few members, which is awesome. Thank you so, so much. Is it unlikely that the U.S. women's team will win another World Cup? No, I think we're going to win another Women's World Cup. We're still in a very good spot. We're still, like we can turn this around. This is not doomsday. We can still turn this around. But it will take some work. It will take the right manager. We have the talent to do it. I mean, we still have Germa, who's the best center back in the world. We have the talent. We absolutely have the talent to do it. We just need the right manager. We can't get by on just natural ability anymore. We just can't. We can't get by on natural ability. Wolves, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're gonna. Who won coach? I think it's gonna be Australia's coach. I think we're gonna get Australia's coach. Ideally, I want England's coach, but obviously that's not gonna happen. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. We look great against Sweden, but the whole tournament we look terrible. Batted down, incomplete pass. Intended target on that play was Tyree Cleveland, the former Florida receiver. You might know him from the Hail Mary against Tennessee. Oh no, the Sweden game we looked very good. The Sweden game, the group stage we looked terrible. Vietnam, I don't even count that. I mean, Vietnam had no real chances. Finishing the attacking third play was terrible. Netherlands, we looked lethargic, especially in the first half. Portugal was just a mess. We should have lost that game. Favorite video I've ever made. 2nd down. Handoff up the middle. He's got a hole to the 40, to the 45, and down to the 50-yard line. A gain of 17 on the play by Rashad Penny, the former first-round pick, the former San Diego State running back. Down to midfield, good enough for a 1st down. Nice way by Penny to make himself skinny and get that 1st down. Favorite video I've ever made. That's a good question. 1st down at the 49-yard line. They rush for Mariota. Bit of a wobbler. Incomplete pass. Threw it in the general vicinity of Jaden Hasselwood, the undrafted rookie out of Arkansas, but not even remotely close. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Favorite video I've ever made besides Red Zone. Nothing's going to top Red Zone. Hopefully I can do that again. It would take a huge effort to do. Besides that, my favorite one is probably... Oh, man, that's tough. That is tough. I think Genesis Halftime Show might be my favorite. Genesis Halftime Show might be my favorite. 2nd down. Mariota fires over the middle. Incomplete. No, intercepted. He overthrew that. Oh, my goodness. Overthrew that by a lot. And that is picked off on the play. Credit the interception to Ronnie Hickman. Ronnie Hickman with the interception. That should have been an easy pitch and catch, an easy slant route there. And instead, it's overthrown by a solid 10 yards to Hickman. Have control as he went to the ground. From that angle, yeah, that ball's not coming out. He's got control. He absolutely made that catch. At least from that angle. I'm not sure there's enough to overturn. Again, all replays, all turnovers are automatically reviewed. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line for the Browns coming up. Oh, my. What a horrible, horrible throw. A lot of my friends from college are Eagles fans. I just got a text. Marcus Mariota is not an NFL player. Unironically, he might be too bad to be an XFL player. So I think Eagles fans are having a good time right now. I think Eagles fans are having a good time. Yeah, this has not been good for Mariota. All right, DTR. Back-to-back 3 and outs for the Browns. We'll see if they can do better here. 1st down. Play action. DTR setting up a screen. That ball is caught by Felton behind the line of scrimmage. And nothing doing there. Just completely swarmed. Christian Ellis read that all the way. And the Browns are backing up. The last 3 drives have combined for -4 yards. Finish your homework. That is awesome. That is awesome. Nike made an anime-style Megan Rapinoe ad? Really? I did not see that. I did not see that. Had Mario beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, you can thank Jeff Triplett for that. If they didn't call forward progress on that sack, they don't win that game. 2nd and 14, empty backfield. 4 wide, 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. They rush 4. Slant route, that ball is caught in traffic down to the 35-yard line. Catch there made on the play by Austin Watkins. So they do get that yardage back, and it sets up a very manageable 3rd and 2. Browns have not had a first down since their opening drive. This will be the final play of the first quarter. Being on the blind side, I thought it was a very good movie. I'm very excited as a Birds fan with the potential of this defense. Oh, you should be. Absolutely. This defensive line just feasts. 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Fell breaks a tackle. What a downfield block by DTR to get some extra yardage. And Fallon's still on his feet. Still going down to the 48-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play. DTR had a nice downfield block in the Hall of Fame game. Watch this run again if you didn't notice. Dorian Thompson-Robinson sets a downfield block to get some extra yards. So instead of a gain of about 4, it turns into a gain of 13. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, not afraid to get some downfield blocks. Personal foul, illegal blindside block. Oh, they're calling that on DTR? They're calling penalty on DTR for blindside block? Really? That looked clean. That didn't look any different from the Jets game. What? Oh, got him in the helmet. That's why. Him in the head. I don't know why it says end of stream. I got to change to end of quarter. All right, so final play of the quarter. Never mind. It's going to be 3rd down for the Browns when we come back. So the penalty... On the second one, okay. That's why yeah, I thought that one was in the second one. Yeah, the second one was... Okay, that one makes sense. They show the wrong one. You blindside block, but DTR was a quarterback there. All right, so this is going to be... Okay, so the blocking came to the 46, so we went back to the 31. I think the ball was at the 33, so I think 3rd and 4 is going to come up. We'll see. Do you remember that play because McDonough had multiple voice cracks on the call and it was all for nothing? Oh, no, I didn't have a problem with that one. That was the right call. That one was the right call in the end of the game. The first quarter play. I mean, Jeff Triplett was so bad after that game. I think that was his last game ever. Thank goodness. This QB for the Browns should be allowed to compete with Watson. Yeah, I agree. Watson did not look good last year. He did not earn that starting job. The only reason that he's the starter is he has 250 million reasons because of it. But he does not look good lately. He just does not look good. Cleveland should have went to the NFC after the AFL-NFL merger. Pittsburgh won at Cleveland. Bengals-Eagles Super Bowl. Would it be an all-timer? Burrow against Hurts? Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. That'd be a fun one. Dark horse Super Bowl contender this year. Look, if the Giants get it together, if Daniel Jones, I mean, he played better last year. Daniel Jones actually improved. I think he's in like that Blake Bortles purgatory. I'm not crazy about him, but they did add some weapons on offense. If they do play up to their potential, I could see it. I don't think it's going to happen. Has quarterback ever been ejected? Yes. Fran Tarkenton, 1974, Patriots-Vikings. Threw the football at a Patriot player afterwards, after scoring a touchdown, and he got ejected. It has happened before. It's rare, but it has happened. I did a video on that game a while ago, too. I think the gutsiest touchdown in Patriots history. I think that's what I called it. So go check that out if you haven't already. Go check that out. It came out like 2 years ago, I want to say. This Patriots scored a game-winning touchdown, but the guy exerted so much force and effort on that touchdown that he never played again because he got hurt. It was such a gutsy play. That deserves to be remembered today. Maybe the greatest regular season touchdown in Pats history. It's up there. I heard the Welker overtime touchdown, but it's up there. The Irving Fryer Hail Mary against the Rams, but it is up there. So 3rd and 5 coming up at the 32-yard line. Empty backfield, DTR. They rush 4. Fires, out route, low throw, but caught down to the 40-yard line, so they do get the first down anyways. Catch there may go into the ground by Mike Harley Jr. First down, Cleveland. Secret Base cover that? They did cover them in the Vikings documentary. Yeah, they covered that in the Vikings documentary. I just saw part 3 last night. Oh my goodness, that blew me away. The Alan Page thing blew me away. I did not know that. I've watched that play hundreds of times. I did not know that Alan Page was not on the field. That was such a great bombshell that they dropped. Anthony Schwartz, a wide receiver reverse, going absolutely nowhere, but they will get a horse collar tackle. They will get a horse collar tackle. Should have been a loss of 5, but instead move it up 15 yards for a horse collar tackle. We have a $2 from Spence. Thank you so much. Can the U.S. men's team ever win the World Cup? Yes, they're called the horse collar on... Okay, I guess they're saying no horse collar. So no penalty. Nolan Smith going to dodge a bullet there. Not sure what the referee's explanation was, but no penalty. 2nd and 14. I mean, that looked like a horse collar. He got inside the nameplate. How is that not a horse collar? He got inside the nameplate. Am I missing something? All right, now that's a penalty on the Eagles. This has just been a sloppy game. Let me move the clock up. And then was there? Can the men's team? Yeah, I think the men's team can win the World Cup. The team's improving. The infrastructure is improving. I think there's no reason why we can't win. It's going to take some time. But I don't see a reason why not. I mean, Morocco made the semifinals last year. Croatia's made the semis back-to-back years. And they made the finals in 2018. There's no reason why the USA can't win the World Cup. You're saying shoulder pad, but he got inside the nameplate. I thought that's what you can't do. All right, DTR. They rush 4. He steps in the pocket. He's going to run it. Felling can't set the block, but DTR rakes it anyway down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. 3rd and 3 coming up. Poor downfield blocking there by Felton, but it doesn't matter because DTR just does it himself. What are your thoughts on rules that overly protect the QB? I'm not a fan. I think you got to let him play defense at some point. I get why you have the rules in place. Why is Felton not setting a block? Felton easily could have set a block for Ellis. Just left his QB hanging out to dry. Yeah, DTR can play. DTR for a 5th-round pick, he looks amazing. They rush 4. DTR steps up, fires incomplete. I think he could have taken off if he wanted to. He could have run outside. But there might be PI on this play. They might call pass interference, as there is another flag. Arguably better than Vic. I wouldn't go that far, but it does have some Mike Vick in him. He does have some Mike Vick. All right, so it is not going to be PI. It is holding on the Browns. I don't know what is happening in this game officiating-wise. James Hudson, now it's 4th and 2, but will they accept the penalty? Yeah, Ernie Davis is one of the greatest what-if stories. So 3rd and 13 coming up. They accept the penalty instead of bringing up 4th down near midfield. Guess they figured there was 4-down territory. 3rd down. Screen pass. Ball caught by Felton. He's got some blockers. He's got some room. Felton, can he get the first? He does with the 2nd effort down to the 49-yard line. A questionable decision there then by head coach Nick Sirianni. 4th and 3 versus 3rd and 13, and they decide to accept the penalty, and it results in a 1st down. They were saying that screen up all the way, and Felton does the rest. Some nice downfield blocks there. Felton follows his blockers, gets the 1st down. 1st down for the Browns at the 49-yard line. Motion there, wide out, DTR. Play action. They rush 5. Clean pocket. Fires deep. No one home. Intended target on the play on a low throw. Intended target there was Austin Watkins. I will say the deep ball for DTR has not been great today. Even that one throw to Tillman was a bit underthrown. No reason he should have missed him there. Will O'Hara be back in 2027? I think she'll be back for the Olympics, but I don't think she's going to be back in 2027. Oh, no, it's not about winning, but I thought they would do the 4th down. 2nd down, handoff to Felling, gets about 4 yards there. Okay, trust me, there are no dumb decisions, really, preseason. Like, I'll never do a dumb decisions video unless there's something absurd, like the Chiefs decided to play Patrick Mahomes in the 4th quarter. Yeah, O-line looks all right. They're going for even if they decline. Yeah, okay, that's what... I didn't know if they were going to go for it or not. I mean, 4th and 3 near midfield, you never know. Because you figure DTR is going to play the entire first half. And then Dobbs going to play the 3rd and Mon plays the 4th. Not that Mon should even be on the roster at this point. I think you're just wasting reps. You know he's not going to be anything. 3rd and 6. DTR, they rush 5. Fires over the middle. It is batted up in the air. That is almost intercepted. Almost intercepted. Probably should have been. He's going to have nightmares over dropping that one. Contavious Street. Probably should have had the pick. A nice pass breakup there by McPherson. And Street should have made that interception. Throw just a bit too far out wide. Intended for Jalen Wayne. Just a bit too wide. Allowed McPherson to make a play on that ball, and Street probably should have had the interception. We'll bring up 4th and 6. And now you figure that the Browns are going to punt this one away. As we do have an injured player, and it's McPherson, who's been targeted a lot. Had a bad first start, but has been playing pretty well lately. Kirk Cousins, top 5 QB? No, not even close. No. Who are you putting ahead of? Who are you putting in the top 5? That means, okay, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts, Lawrence, Herbert. That's 6 right there. You got to take 2 of them out to put Cousins in there. I can't do that. It'd be crazy to do that. And Rodgers, that's 3 then. Old Cleveland Stadium, it had a nice charm to it, but it was very outdated by the end. But it did have a charm to it. It was one of the only multi-purpose stadiums that actually had a charm. Fan of John Boy? Yeah. Yeah, I do like his stuff. The warehouse games, I do like watching the highlights of those. You know, and Rodgers too, exactly. So we put Rodgers in there. Again, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts, Lawrence, Herbert, Rodgers. That means Cousins would have to be better than 3 of those guys. I can't say that. Top 10, I'll give you top 10. Top 10, 8 to 12. 8 to 12 range. I can make an argument for that. Top 15, definitely. I joined on Patreon today. People get membership today. Yes. Yes, make sure that you do get your membership. Again, members, you can see on the slideshow we got going on the right corner, that as we have a 5-hour from weather chart. Thank you so much for that. Hi J9, hope I'm enjoying this game. I am. Thank you so much. When will we see the Delaware Clams join the NFL? Now Delaware could use a team. I need Quahog to get a team first. That's what we need. Quahog needs a team. Thank you so much for the donation, weather chart. Thank you so much. So again, if you are a member, the Gerard tier gets you access to exclusive Q&A streams that we're going to do once a month. Gets you badges, custom emojis you can drop in the stream. Gets your name during each video, as you can see during this stream. $9.99, you get access to all the trivia archives on top of that. And you get some behind-the-scenes photos of the studio. Posted one earlier today. $24.99, you get exclusive videos that will never be released on the channel. $49.99 gets you the ability to request a video topic for me to cover every month. $99.99, and all this gets you discounts on JG9 Shop merchandise as well. $99.99 gets you 2 video topics a month, and a pass to the finals and trivia every time, and $199 a month gets you exclusive one-on-one video chats with me once a month. That punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. So poor punt there by Corey Borquez. First and 10 for the Eagles as they start this drive at the 20-yard line. This has been a very sloppy affair so far. A lot of penalties, low-scoring game, a lot of mistakes. Obviously, a lot of starters for the Eagles are not playing this game. Best Jags running back of all time. And yeah, you see weather chart with the Minshew emoji there. First down, Mariota fires over the middle. That ball is caught. Gain of 8 yards on the play. Credit the catch there to the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. So second and about 4 coming up. $500 here, stream a Jaguars game. That will never happen. Best Jags running back of all time. Ooh, that's tough. Okay. Best running back, Taylor. Best peak, Jones-Drew. Handoff up the middle. 3rd and 1 coming up. Credit the handoff to Rashad Penny. I think that's safe to look at it. The best Jaguar was Taylor, but the best peak was MJD. What do you think would have happened if the Browns in the playoffs in 2007? I think they still would have lost to the Chargers. Would a preseason game become a scoregami? No, I don't think that counts. I like how you think. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, 3rd and 1. Mariota in the shotgun. Motion Cleveland. Play blown dead. They motion Cleveland at the start. Pre-snap infraction, so 3rd and 1 going to become 3rd and 6. Actually, no, in terms of what's coming up on JG9 in terms of streams, tomorrow we're going to try a doubleheader. We're going to do Giants-Panthers. Also, the Bengals and Falcons play. And we're going to try to call 2 games at the same time. We'll see how that works. Saturday triple header. We got 3 games on: Dolphins, Texans, Colts, Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks, and then Sunday we got the Chargers and the Saints. As we have another pre-snap penalty. So 3rd and 1 is now 3rd and 11. The Eagles have been committing so many penalties today. A lot of sloppiness. Now you want to say, you watched my channel for 3 years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Score brings back 2008 SEC football vibes. Yeah. $40 a month, you get a one-on-one conversation with his wife. You assume I have a wife, let alone a girlfriend. 3rd and 11. Yeah, I'm going to try the Kevin Harlan. Because I'm doing that anyway for week 2, because there's multiple Monday night games. Mariota on the run, fires, incomplete pass. Nice pass breakup there. A quick 3 and out. Broken up on the play by Tanner McAllister. Broken up by the undrafted rookie from Ohio State. 3rd and 1 became 3rd and 11, and the Eagles will go 3 and out as a result. We have a Zach with a $2. Thank you so much. Do you like the Monsoon Bowl, Jags Panthers? No, we lost that game. Why would I like that one? We lost the game. I have bad memories of that game. I like the Blaine Gabbert Hail Mary at the end of the first half to Mike Thomas. As that punt is fielded by Felton at the 36, tries to bounce back, and down to the 38-yard line he will go. So that's where the Browns will take over. But I remember from that game, Matt Turk was a terrible punter for us. Maybe the worst free agent signing the Jags ever made. And he shanked a punt. Or no, the Bengals game he shanked a punt. The Panthers game, he bobbled a snap on a punt. Monsoon Bowl's also kind of overrated because that was only for like the end of the first half. That was like the final 2 minutes of the first half. And then it was like perfectly fine weather. In the future, would I make a welcome to them decisions and an I'm sorry, what up member emoji? Yeah, so the thing with member emojis is I would absolutely do that. The thing with emojis is that you can only have a certain number depending on how many members you have. So the more members you have, the more emojis you can put in. So I hit my max with the members we have. When I get 15, I think you get more. I think the maximum emojis you can have is 100. I think that's the max. And that's if you have like 5,000. It's something ridiculous. I should be a commentator. Thank you so much. I did a lot of commentary in college. I did 4 years of commentary work, calling a lot of games for ESPN Plus, for my school, Division I. Did some tournament games as well, which was really, really fun. It was good. A lot of fun. You should see the amount of notes I take for games, and especially for the for regular season. We're going to up the ante a lot in terms of preparation. In terms of graphics, we'll have some custom-made graphics. It'll be nice. And halftime of those regular season games, we'll do some live trivia. We're going to test that out next week. We have a 279 from a recent patron, Adam Wetstein. Thank you so much, Adam Wetstein. Don't know how it's pronounced, but thank you so much. A recent patron. Again, thank you so much again for becoming a patron. Who will be the worst team in each conference in 2023? I'm going to say... the Texans. Stroud just doesn't look ready. And I'm going to say the Cardinals. JG9 is honestly giving us better commentary than the actual answer. They aren't too bad. Thank you so much. Should the XFL ditch ESPN for broadcasting? They need better quality in the XFL. Better broadcasters, better scorebug. I don't think they should ditch ESPN, but they definitely need an overhaul. AG Simmons coming. Yes. I have an Aaron Boone dumb decisions video coming out relatively soon on his play on Sunday. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. DTR in there. 3 wide. 2 on the near side. 1 on the far side. Browns offense has stalled last 3 drives. They have not entered Philly territory. Handoff. Up the middle. Gain of 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. I believe that was John Kelly on that handoff. We do have a 69 in the chat. Yes, that is nice. I have seen Power Slap. Yes. I think that is the dumbest sport. I don't know why people would do that, but I have seen that. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. $1,000 here gets you 7 minutes in heaven. Oh, boy. I mean, $1,000 is $1,000. I mean... Second 8, DTR. 1 read, fires, caught toward the sideline, first down. Catch there made, credit it to Austin Watkins. He's been a go-to target for the Browns today. And for the first time since the first drive, they are in Philly territory. Any JG7 Little League World Series video ever? Probably not. I mean, I might... I don't think I'll ever do a Little League World Series video. I was saying he did not... Wait. He didn't enter territory, but the drive started at 38-yard line. So how they get the first down? Anyway, DTR fires. Now they're in Philly territory. Ball is called once again by Watkins down to the 29-yard line. Gain of about 25 on the play. Good enough for a first down. Austin Watkins, the go-to man, maybe fighting for 1 receiver spot on this team. Austin Watkins, 3 catches, 42 yards. He's caught just about everything thrown his way. Again, he got 7 wideouts not playing today for the Browns. Cedric Tillman's playing. He's making the roster, obviously. Austin Watkins fighting for one of those final spots. Might come down to him and Schwartz for the final spot. Right now, you got to give the edge to Watkins. First down at the 30-yard line. DTR. Handoff goes to Kelly. Kelly cuts back down to the 26. Gain of 4 on the play. What's the nicest QB stat line? 6 of 9, 69. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's had that stat line before. It's definitely happened, but I don't know like exactly off the top of my head who's had that. $10,000 Luke Jokel tier. When JJ9 dies, you'll get killed and buried with him Egyptian mummy style. I do need some company in the afterlife. Handoff goes to Kelly. Nothing doing there. 3rd and 5 coming up. We'll see how the Browns play this. If they call a run here, you figure 4 down territory. If they call a pass, you figure they're going to kick the field goal if they don't get it. Yeah, Schwartz, some calls fallacy. Yeah, exactly. He's shown nothing this preseason. He has shown absolutely nothing. The end arounds to him are the only reason you keep him, but they haven't worked. He's fumbled. He has not created a whole lot of separation. He has had some trouble. Which players do you think will break out for their teams this season? I think Jaguars. Gregory Jr. is the name to watch out for. They rush 5 off his back foot. Fires! Incomplete pass. That was one of the few rookie mistakes that we have seen DTR make. He threw off his back foot there, and it's incomplete, intended for Kelly. So 4th and 5. You figure because they threw there, they're going to kick the field goal. Try and make it a 5-3 ball game. Cade York. It's been a rough preseason for him. He's missed 2 field goals this preseason. Missed 1 in the Hall of Fame game. Missed 1 against the Commanders. He has been booed. has a chance for redemption here to at least get some confidence. If not, we got some issues. 43 yards, well within his wheelhouse. 3 seconds on the play clock. They get that off. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up by York, and that is good. Right down the middle. 5-3 game. Good job on the camera work there. You couldn't even see the ball because it was blocked by shaky camera work and the scoreboard. But 5-3 ball game. Is York a bust of a 4th-round kicker? Too early to tell. Too early to tell. If he doesn't make the roster, if he struggles, then yeah. If he doesn't make the roster, then absolutely. But I think it's too early to tell. The one that never made sense to me, and I said at the start, was that the Niners have some trouble now. Cade Moody was 0-for-2 against the Raiders. They could have drafted They could have just signed John Parker Romer from the XFL. No issues whatsoever. And instead they wasted a 3rd-round pick on Moody. 1 week stream for $20,000. I would do that. I would do that. $20,000 I would do that. And there it is, the Caillou emoji, Banjo. How's it going, Banjo? Welcome to the stream. There it is, the Caillou emoji. You want that? $4.99 a month? You can get Caillou all there. We have a $6.99 from Anna Wetstein. Thank you so much for that. Let me get your name updated there. For the next throwback game, full 1920 scoreboards, no lights, no scoreboards, no announcers, leather helmets, Pittsburgh against the Giants in the pouring rain. Yeah, I don't think people would go for that. I think people will go for that. It's 5-3 Brown. Brown's got the safety. Brown's got the safety. Thank you so much, Blue Chem, for tuning in. Yeah, hopefully come back later. We'll be on all night for this one. Trey Palmer, yeah, I liked him coming out of college. I think Trey Palmer could be. It's 5-3 game. Brown's got the safety after the Kelly fumble, and then they just got the field goal from Cade York. So 5-3. Yeah, it is a low-scoring game. Guardians, nice little 3-run home run. Team that's impressed me the most this preseason, team that's impressed me the least. The Saints look very good with their first string. The Saints' first stringers look very, very good. I was very surprised by that. Carr looked very, very good. And I really like A.T. Perry. I think A.T. Perry was phenomenal that game. He might be a hidden gem for the Saints. The 5th-round pick from Wake Forest. Jaguars also, that was the best I've ever seen them look in a preseason game. By far. Best I've ever seen them look. Least, Panthers, obviously, no points. The Patriots look like they're in trouble. And the Niners, I mean, there are some issues there. There was not a single positive you can take away. Not a single positive you can take away from that Niners game. Not one. Yeah, Niners looked the worst, probably. None of the rookies played well. Latu looked terrible. Moody missed 2 kicks. Lance looks no better in year 3 than year 1. Undisciplined plays. Special teams was a nightmare. A lot of penalties. Niners look terrible. Yeah, I'd say Niners, the Patriots, and the Panthers are the 3 that have impressed me the least. And the 3 that impressed me the most from week 1, I would say, are the Bears, I would say the Jags, and I would say that the Saints. Kickoff down to the 24-yard line. So see if Marcus Mariota can get anything going here. Last drive ended with an interception. On an overthrown slant route. Again, you figure Mariota's going to play the first half, and then Tanner McKee plays the 3rd quarter, Ian Book plays the 4th. How many emojis can I add? So the thing with emojis is that you can only add a certain number at a time, and it's only about, you can only add depending on how many members you have. So I can change the emojis up. I can eventually do it where I can get all 32 teams, but right now I'm at the max number of emojis. I wish I could add more, but I can't. What are the most mid teams in the league? As I have no clue what's happening on this broadcast. Most mid teams... Falcons? Probably say Falcons. Probably the most mid-team. Those are all the emojis. Yeah, Jacob just showed all the emojis. We have a Duval. We have a Gronk Spike. We have Caillou. We have Urban Meyer scratching his head. We have Minshew. We have quite a few. Belichick, how much longer head coach? I think 4 more years. Who is the modern-day Bobby Hebert? The modern-day Bobby Hebert. Maybe Gino? Gino might be a good fit for that. Gino might be a good fit for that. All right, first down. Handoff up the middle, down to the 27-yard line. Gain of 3 yards there. 2nd and 7 coming up. Handoff there went to Trey Sermon, the former Niner third-round pick. I believe played for the Jaguars. I don't think he ever played a snap for them, but he was signed by the Jaguars last year. Bit of a bust for the Niners. You're going to have an uphill climb to make this roster. Again, Eagles have 4 running backs that are guaranteed in Gainwell, Penny, Scott, and Swift. So Sermon's going to have to show something here. Maybe audition for another team. 2nd and 5. Screen pass. Goes to Sermon. Sermon's got some downfield blockers. Got the first down to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Fumbles the ball! Fumbles the ball! Back-to-back turnovers for the Eagles. And it's recovered by the Browns down to the 45-yard line. Credit the fumble recovery there to Cameron Mitchell, the team's 5th-round pick out of Northwestern. Just as I was saying that Trey Sermon had to show something, he was auditioning for himself and for another team, he goes ahead and does that. That is the curse of the announcer right there. Trey Sermon, yeah, you're not making the roster after that. Will the Chiefs win back-to-back titles? I mean, I'm not betting against them. Not betting against them. I'm going for England over Spain. Should Lauren James start, come off the bench? I mean, she shouldn't play, first off, but I think you have her there. If she's available, she should start. Your opinion on the whole name situation, I mean, I don't buy it for a second. I just don't buy it. There's a different study every week in terms of whether they want it, whether they don't. Hassan Hall with the handoff there, loss of 1. 2nd and 11 coming up. Modern day PSI net. Let's see. The Yankees are going through the Angels phase at the moment. 2 starts carrying a bad team. Yep, pretty much. Cole and Stanton. 2nd and 12. DTR fires over the middle. That ball is caught. Still on his feet. Trying to push the pile down to the 39-yard line. Credit that catch. I believe it was to Thomas Greeny, the tight end. Browns have 6 tight ends on their roster, 3 of them inactive today, but Miller Forrestall, Zaire Mitchell-Payton, and Thomas Greeny are active. I believe it was Greeny on that catch. 3rd and 5 coming up, with just about 4.5 minutes left. Still loving the new studio. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. We're going to add some new stuff as well. But I like the fact you can move the helmets around. And what's nice is that this desk is movable, so I can set these cases up, 3 different cases for 3 different games. On Saturday when we do a triple header. I can just move the desk and it will look like a brand new place. 3rd and 4. DTR, they rush 4. Sets his feet, fires, back shoulder throw, caught! What a throw! What a dime! I thought it was going to be back shoulder, but instead it was just a dime right to him. A dime right to him. Kayvon Wallace couldn't locate the ball. Excuse me, not Kayvon Wallace. Kelly Ringo, the Georgia corner, the 4th-round pick. Another Georgia player on that team. And it's Austin Watkins, who's been the star of this game for the Browns offensively. 29-yard gain as Ringo couldn't locate the ball. What a throw. What a throw. Thoughts on MLB Network taking over D-backs coverage? I don't like it. I honestly don't like MLB's coverage. Handoff goes to Hall. Hall at the 5. He breaks the tackle. Hall down to the 1. Gain of 10 on the play. Last time that they were at the 1-yard line, they fumbled. We'll see what happens here, but there's a flag on this play. So hang on a second. Hang on a second. Usually something like this, it's in the area of holding. So this might be coming back. Yeah, safety happened. Yep. The Gallon switcher tonight. We'll see. It's a big game for the D-backs. Are they interviewing wrestlers? Because WrestleMania's coming. And they have to advertise that. Yeah, so I don't like MLB Network. I don't like MLB's presentation. I don't like the score bug. I don't like the fact that the score changes so quickly. Not the score change quickly. The players change quickly. If you notice, as soon as the at-bat is done, they switch to the next player. But they'll do it literally as soon as the ball leaves the bat. So let's say Corbin Carroll hits the ball. He could be running the bases right now, and then they will show Christian Walker 1 for 3 or whatever as the batter up. Like, wait until the play is done before you switch. 1st and 19. Out route, very lucky that was not intercepted. Very lucky that was not intercepted. That's always the danger with an out route. Mario Goodrich read that perfectly, jumped the route, broke it up, almost took it to the house. What do you think Nickelodeon airing the Super Bowl this year with CBS? I don't think it makes any sense. I really don't. Because the thing is that people watch the Super Bowl at watch parties. They don't watch it by themselves. They watch it at watch parties. And they watch it at bars and gatherings. So Nickelodeon, they're not going to show, like, people aren't going to watch it. And if they do watch it, it means it's less money that CBS is making because advertising-wise, ZTR's got a very clean pocket now, going to fire on the run, and that's a drop pass there. You got to hold on to that ball. Catch there would have been made by Hassan Hall, but he dropped it, the undrafted running back. 3rd and 18 coming up. But the problem in my mind is that if you have too good of a ratings, it means that advertisers aren't paying as much for the CBS advertisements, because obviously you're not showing the same ads on CBS as you will be on Nickelodeon. You won't be doing that. You're not going to be showing beer ads on Nickelodeon. That's a complete waiting to happen. That won't work. If you do, the advertisers are going to be furious because target demo is not going to get. 3rd and 18, back shoulder throw, way off target, intended for Watkins, incomplete pass. 4th and 18, Browns will kick the field goal. Another opportunity for Cade York. So good field position. They're able to set a field goal opportunity out of it, and we'll see what happens here. $38-yard kick coming up for Cade York. Hit from 43 on the last drive. We'll see what he can do here. But then if the ratings are not good, then you just wasted a whole bunch of money. So I don't know what CBS is thinking with Nickelodeon for this game. Here we go. 38-yard kick. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up by York, and that is good. So a nice little confidence boost for York. It is an 8-3 ball game. 8-3 ball game. That's a positive for the Browns, at least. York is 2 for 2. Again, shaky preseason for him, but at least he's getting some mojo back. What do you think the worst World Series was? 07 was brutal. 07 was a bloodbath. I mean, was there any... In the 21st century, at least, can anyone think of a World Series worse? I mean, 1919 was the worst because of obvious reasons with the Black Sox. But in the 21st century, was there any World Series that was worse than 2007? Will Sheldon Turner calling the defensive plays help the Bills? I don't know. It's a lot on his plate. It's a lot on his plate. But we'll see. Yeah, Trey Sermon's backups, yeah, they were trash. They were very trash. There's not a lot of depth on that team as we're figuring out. York going to kick this one off. 2:29 left in the first half. We'll see if the Eagles can muster up some sort of 2-minute drill. Kick is fielded at the 3-yard line. Fielded by Sermon, who had the fumble earlier. Sermon to the 21-yard line for his push-back forward progress. Return of 18 yards. Yeah, 2012 was pretty bad. 2012 was pretty bad. So 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. It's been a rough half offensively for the Eagles. I think that goes without saying. Mariota does not look good. They might be in trouble. If Hurts goes down, they might be in trouble. Mariota might not be the guy that they think so. Trey Sermon's had a rough game. Granted, I don't think he's making the roster, but he has had a rough game so far. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. At least the defensive line has come to play. Play action. Mariota fires over the middle. That ball is caught, but there was a flag on the play in the secondary. It's a gain of 13. If it stands, the catch was made by Watkins. Excuse me, Greg Ward. My apologies. Greg Ward on the grab. But we'll see if this stands. It is, I believe it's either hands to the face or pass interference. Either way, it's on the defense. So the play will stay a gain of 13 on the play. Greg Ward with a first down. In a 2-minute drill situation. Yeah, 2018 was underwhelming, yeah. 2015, the games were good. No, 2015, the games were good. The series itself was not very close, but the games were good. The games were good. So there's a deep throw there. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Intended target on that play was Dion Kane. So 2nd and 10 coming up after the 2-minute warning when we get back. Again, usually at halftime of these games, we're going to have live NFL trivia, and we'll give away some money. We will not be doing that for preseason, but we will test run it for one of the games. Either Sunday or we'll test run it during the final week of the preseason. Will the Browns finish above 500 this year? I don't think so. I'm not sold on Watson. I'm just not sold on that offense. I'm really not. I'm not sold on that offense. NFL defenses were socially distant the first few weeks of 2020. Pretty much. What team that finished below 500 last year has a good chance to make the playoffs? I mean, any team in the NFC South, take your pick on that one. I would say also the Jets with Rodgers. I'd say those are probably the big two. I'd probably say the Saints are probably my pick. I'm not sold on Dennis Allen at all, but Carr looked good. That preseason game kind of sold me. That game sold me on what the offense can do. I mean, Barkley can play. 04, yeah, 04 was very bad. But 07 was just a nightmare. What if DTR gets in? I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a rookie. I mean, we are seeing some issues with DTR now. I mean, I think you let the kid play. I mean, I love DTR, but and he's better than a lot of these quarterbacks in the league. He's a high-quality backup right now. But we are definitely seeing some issues this game that have been exposed with DTR. You can't rattle him, which is nice, but the deep ball accuracy is not quite there. Not yet, at least. But I do still like DTR. I do really like DTR. We have a new video coming out on JG9 tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. No clue what it's going to be on. We will find out. We'll find out after the stream is done. I did not know the topic of yesterday's video until about 4 hours before it got released. So, gotta take care of that. And we'll be good to go. Tommy DeVito is the best name for a Giants QB. I mean, that's just a typical New York name right there. That's a typical New York name. Greatest Eagles-Cowboys, Eagles-Giants, and Eagles-Washington game ever. Ooh, okay. That's tough. Greatest Eagles-Giants game, I'd have to say Miracle of the Meadowlands 2. I have to say that one. Greatest Eagles-Washington game ever. And greatest Eagles-Cowboys game ever. You can go a lot of different ways with that. Eagles-Cowboys, I'd have to go 95. I'd have to go 95, the 4th and 1 debacle. 07-11, who was better? Oh, 07. 07, easily. Yeah, greatest Eagles Cowboys game's got to be 95. 80, the first 80 game was also pretty good, but second game in 95. Second and 10. Plays Blown Dead before. Do I have backup topics I can plug in if something falls through? I do have like an archive of stuff, but I never like really using the archive. It's usually in the archives for a reason. Of like video topics. Usually for the archives, what I'll do is if I know I'm going away, I'm going on vacation, I'll just use all the archives for there and I can plan the week ahead. Tom Grossi has to join the Packers. This is wide receiver 1, baby. Wide receiver 1. Greatest Eagles-Washington game ever. Second 15, play action. Mariota fire, slant route. Wide open, ball is caught. Gotta get some forward yardage, though. Only gain of 4 on the play. Clock is running. Catch there made by Tyree Cleveland. 3rd and 11 coming up. We have a 199 from Zach. Most toxic fan bases of the Big Four. As the Eagles call timeout, they will have 2 left. So let me reset that timer to 109. Yeah, 109. Let me get your name in there too. Let me just adjust the scoreboard, get your name in there, and then I will answer your question. Thank you so much. Yeah, 89. Yeah, that's probably the winner. That's probably the winner. Where are we going? Here we go. Most toxic fan base of the Big Four. Let's do this play first. 3rd and 11 at the 34. Mariota. They rush 5. Pressure. And down he goes. Down he goes. And I figure the Browns are going to call timeout. The Browns will call timeout. Credit the sack there to Tanner McAllister. Coming in from the secondary. Just wraps him around, gets under him, and the Browns will burn a timeout with 1:44 left. A disastrous game for Mariota. Okay, so most toxic fan bases. I would say NFL. I have never had a good experience at a Patriots game. I've never had a good experience at a Pats game. Whether it was the Jaguars or Cardinals playing the Pats, I've never had a good experience with Pats fans. They're just very obnoxious. Usually. Obviously not everyone, but... Oh, that clock did not do anything. All right, Felton down to the 32-yard line. I would say MLB, I mean, it's got to be Yankees. It's got to be the Yankees. Although, I will say, from experience at games, Red Sox were pretty bad. Red Sox were pretty bad. Red Sox were pretty bad. NBA, Lakers, and NHL, I can't really attest to that. It's definitely a select group. All right, better NFC Championship, 2013 or 2014? Easy for me. 2014 was a sloppy game. 2014 had a crazy ending, but it was a very sloppy game. Empty backfield for DTR. 5 wide. DTR going to step up and try and run for himself, and he goes down to the 39-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. The Browns have... Well, actually, the Browns only have 1 timeout to work with. The Eagles did not call a timeout after that. It was the Browns who called a timeout. My apologies on that. So the Eagles have 3. The Browns have 1. So that changes things up just a bit. 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line. DTR. They rush 5. Steps up. Fires over the middle. Low throw. Again, we've seen that quite a few times today. DTR, when he's stepping up and trying to throw more than 15 yards, it is a bit low. It is a bit underthrown. Yep. I'll put it this way. With the Diamondbacks, Red Sox were the only time that they increased security. In all the games I've been to this year, and I've been to 49 games this year so far. The Red Sox was the only time they increased security. I had to show my ticket before I got to my seat. There were guards everywhere. The only time. Every other fan base, even Dodgers. Dodgers fans are cool. I'm not going to lie. Dodger fans, no problem with them. No problem with Dodger fans. 3rd and 3. DTR fires. Blindsided throw. Incomplete. Just heaving up a prayer there, hoping Mike Harley would be anywhere close. And was not to be. 4th and 3 coming up. So with 3 and out, DTR definitely struggling a bit against this line. Immaculate Grid during halftime. I already did the one today. I got 18 rarities, so I don't think we're going to do any. The Vikings Storktown, yeah, I'm watching that. I watched the first 3 episodes. I love it. That's why we're doing the Vikings vids every Tuesday. We're doing it specifically because the Dorktown episodes come out that night, so I want to do one on that era. Whichever era he's talking about, I want to do one on that era. This punt takes a bounce to the 26, takes a favorable bounce, but not a great punt, down to the 19-yard line. Just 42 yards there. Eagles have 3 timeouts. We'll see how they want to play this. Yeah, but like I was saying before, the NFC Championship 2014 was a slot game. 2013 is one of the best NFC Championship games of all time. 2013 is one of the best football games of all time, period. Tanner McKee has his helmet on. You figure he will go the second half, at least the 3rd quarter. My day's going well. Thank you for asking. My day's going well. Slept in today, which was nice. I haven't had a chance to do that in a while. So we'll do that, and then we'll just be working and whatnot. First down at the 19-yard line. 3 timeouts. Mariota. They rush 4. Fires a quick throw. That ball is caught down to the 26-yard line, and the Eagles will burn the first of their 3 timeouts. Second and 5 coming up. All right, so let me think. There's a lot of good questions here. Greatest Browns-Steelers, Browns-Ravens, Browns-Bengals game. Okay. Browns-Ravens, the kick 6 game. Browns-Steelers, 78 overtime game. I probably said 78 overtime game. Although you have the 0-2 wild card. No, I got to go 0-2 wild card. I got to go that. Browns-Bengals. Let me think. Browns-Bengals. 2nd and 4. Mariota running. He's going to get the first, and he gets out of bounds wisely. McAllister unable to keep him in bounds. It's a first down, and it stops the clock with 2 timeouts. Eventually, in the NFC, I mean, it's still Phillies to lose. Especially with that defensive line, still Phillies to lose. Browns-Bengals. What's the best Browns-Bengals game? I'd probably say 1980, Week 16. Probably the best. How good OJ been in Philly? I mean, I don't think they would have known how to use him. I mean, they drafted Leroy Keys and then decided, let's change its position. So I don't think they would have done that. Favorite Dorktown video? Oh, the plane crash one. The Steelers-Colts game. I went through that video on my channel for a while, but decided not to because there's just so much information. And yeah, there was no way I could have done that justice. The catch there made. Is that Dan Arnold? That is Dan Arnold on the grab. Gain of 8 there. Timeout for the Eagles. Dan Arnold. How's it going, Dan? Welcome. Welcome to the game, Dan Arnold. Former Jaguar. He was spent the last 2 seasons with the team as part of the C.J. Henderson trade. Actually, a pretty solid backup tight end. Pretty solid backup tight end. The game of all time. What was it? Browns-Bills. It was like 9-6. That one. Or Titans-Jaguars 9-6 in 2018. That was brutal. Would I have attended the Freezer Bowl and the Ice Bowl? No. I have my limits. Now, if the Jaguars played it, then I would have. If it was a Jaguars game, I would have done it. Especially back then for the Ice Bowl when I couldn't watch the game unless you were there. 2nd and 1. Mariota. Senses pressure, but doesn't mean anything. Down he goes. And will that take us to the end of the half? They will call a timeout. Mariota, 3rd time getting sacked today. Gotta have a clock. Gotta have an internal clock. I mean, that was just way too long. 3rd and 7 coming up. And now they are not going to call a timeout. It's going to go into the half. Marcus Mariota, a nightmarish first half for the Eagles. And they got some serious questions. He did not look great last week. And he did not look good today. 9 for 17, 85 yards, 3 sacks, and a pick. Yeah, just a rough game for Mariota. Finishes the day, if that is it, assuming that McKee will play the second half. If that is it, and we're assuming that's going to be it for him. Mariota's final stat line. 9 for 17, a 42.5 passer rating, just 70 net passing yards. 42.5, again, your pass rate if you do nothing but spike the ball into the ground every single play is 39.6. His is 42.5. A rough one. Browns lead 8-3 at the halftime break. First half summary, DTR looks like a rookie again, and Marcus Mariota might not be the answer for the Eagles if they need a backup quarterback. Trying to guess how much time there's going to be for halftime. And the Eagles do get the ball to start off. The first drive of the game was a fumble by Kelly. Biggest loser besides Mariota has to be Sermon. Sermon already had an uphill climb to make the roster. He's got no shot after that. Worst fight game of all time, Giants-Cardinals. I mean, that was bad. Don't get me wrong. That was so bad. But at least that game was close. The worst Monday night game has to be an ugly game that was not even close. Not even remotely competitive. Cowboys-Cardinals 1970 might fit the bill. Cowboys-Colts 78 also fits the bill. All right, so top 5 AFC and top 5 NFC conference championships. Oh, you're not in Cleveland. That was not Browns Bengals. That was Bengals Seahawks. That was Bengals Seahawks. That was not against the Browns. Heineke, see the answer? No, I don't think so. Dumbest tie in NFL history. I did a video on that. Bengals Oilers 69. Granted, that was AFL, but Paul Brown. They needed to win that game. The Bengals did, if they wanted to have any shot at winning, getting a top 2 seed in the West and making the playoffs. And they decided, we're gonna go for the tie. And it made no sense. Okay, top 5 AFC and NFC championships. All right, let me think. AFC. Let's just brainstorm some names here. Obviously 06. 06 has to be there. 06, you got to put there. You got to put 18 there. You got to put 11 there. You got to put 21 there as well. As I think the Cardinals just hit back-to-back home runs. All right. Or no. No, that was just a weird replay. That was just a weird replay. 3-1. Okay, so you got to put 06 there. You got to put 11. You got to put 18. You got to put 21 there. 22 is also really good. But you also have to put the drive. There's the drive. That's got to be there. 70s, it's not really much to write home about necessarily. 80s, you have the drive. I mean, Frisbee wasn't a great game. You have the fumble also. 90s, not a lot there that you can pick from. Except for Colts Steelers. You got Colts Steelers. 98 was good. I can't put a top 5, but it was good. Okay, so I got down to 8. Now I have to think the order. The drive, the fumble, 95, 06, 11, 18, 21, 22. So it's down to those 8. I have to pick the 5. Okay, number 1 has to be Colts Patriots 06. It has to be Colts Patriots 06. Number 2, I'd probably say the drive. Number 3, I would say... Man, this is tough. Oh, man. Number 3, I would say... Chiefs Bengals 1. Number 4, I would say the fumble. 5, I would say Chiefs Patriots. The fumble is 6. Chiefs Bengals 2 is 7, and Steelers Colts is 8. Man, that is tough though. Okay. NFC. Okay. Let's think also. Yeah, Steelers Broncos. Nah, wasn't that good. NFC. Let's think here. Not a lot in the 70s to write home about. 80s. Obviously, you have the catch. I'm just spitballing them, and then we'll think of the order. Obviously, you have the catch in the 80s. You've got Washington, San Fran. You have Washington, Minnesota. You have Giants, Niners. That's definitely in there. You got 98. Going in order. You got 98. That's obviously going to be in there. You've got 99, but that was kind of sloppy, so I can't really do that. You got a whole bunch in the 2000s and 2010s. You got Giants, Packers. You got Giants, Niners. You got Seahawks, Niners. Whew, man. You got a lot of good options there. All right. You got the catch. You got 90. You got 98. You got 07. You have 11. You have 13. I feel comfortable with those 6. I just have to pick the order. What's the odd one out? What is the odd one out? Oh man, what is the odd one out? Which game am I leaving off? I love all those games. The catch is 1. The catch is number 1. The catch has to be number 1. But what is... Man, that is tough. I don't know what you take out. 1 is the catch. 2 is 13. 2 is Seahawks Niners. 3 is, I might have to take 90 out. I think 90 might be outside the top 5. All right, here's what I'm going to do. The catch is 1. Seahawks Niners is 2. Giants Packers is 3. Giants Niners is 4. Vikings Falcons is 5. That's what we're going to do. Outside LaMonica, Montana, Burline, and Theismann, it seems Notre Dame QBs either get overlooked or flamed out in the NFL. Why is that? I mean, that's 4 good quarterbacks right there. I mean, it really just depends. It depends on the scheme. I don't really buy the whole, they played at that school, so it doesn't really work out. Just for coincidence. Worst playoff and Super Bowl win by the Cowboys. All right. The worst playoff win, I mean, their annihilation of the Bucs in 81 has to be the worst. I mean, that game was just terrible. The worst Super Bowl win, 27 was ugly. 27 was an ugly game. 27 was the worst of the 5 they played. Not that they played, but in terms of watchability factor, if we're ranking the 5 wins they have, in terms of good games to bad, 30 is the top, 28 is second, 12 is 3, 6, and then 27, a very distant last. All right, we have about 5 minutes left until halftime. Again, in terms of what's coming up, tomorrow we are doing the Giants-Panthers game and the Bengals-Falcons game at the same exact time. We're going to see how that works. I have no clue if I can do 2 clocks at the same time. We'll see. McNabb Hall of Fame chances, 2%. It's not high. It's not high in the slightest bit. He's not getting in. So we have that coming up. Saturday, we've got a triple header. Dolphins-Texans at 4. Colts-Bears at 7. Seahawks-Cowboys at 10. Sunday, Chargers-Saints at 7. I mean, Cowboys-Lions, at least I was close. I can't say the worst game was a one-possession game. I can't do that. With how many games they have, I can't say the worst was a one-possession game. 06 Boise or 17 UCF. Oh, give me 06 Boise. 06 Boise will hold a special place in my heart. I think 06 Boise was better. Also, in terms of what's coming up, we have new videos dropping on all 3 channels soon. New video is coming out tomorrow on JG9 at 9 a.m. Eastern. Again, no clue what it's going to be on, but we will find out eventually. Make sure that you subscribe to Patreon so you get early access to videos and the ability to request future video topics to cover. And make sure to check out my YouTube memberships. Hit that join button down below. We already have a lot of new members, which is awesome. Hit that join button. You get custom emojis during chats. You get your comments highlighted. You also get, on top of that, early access to videos, the ability to request video topics for me to cover, discounts on merchandise at jg9shop.com. You also get one-on-one video chats with me, exclusive Q&A streams, benefits for trivia, including archives to all the old trivia questions, and you get access to the finals for every time. You also get the ability to request rounds for trivia. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much revisionist history goes in? Oh, so much. 10. Into the 2020 NFL Draft, 10. Tua over Herbert was the obvious pick. Tua over Herbert was obvious. You have to remember that. Herbert did not look good in college. He was not getting better as the years went on. You watch that game against Arizona State, the first 3 quarters, he looked like Blaine Gabbert back there. How the heck was that guy drafted? Like, how is he a first-round top 10 talent? Then you realize with the Oregon system was a terrible system, kind of held him back. But yeah, Herbert over Tua, that was not an obvious thing. If anything, Tua over Herbert was the obvious one. There was so much revisionist history. With people saying, oh, Tua over Herbert, why they do that? It should have been Herbert over Tua. That was the obvious pick. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. $77 or 08 Lions. At least the Lions had some semblance of an offense. The Bucks had nothing, so I'd probably take the away Lions. I mean, the Bucks were so bad. I want to put something into perspective. You don't know how bad the 77 Bucks were. Because, yeah, they were 2-12. They weren't 0-6, 0-14, but they were 2-12. They were so bad. Their final game of the season was against the St. Louis Cardinals. I think they won 32-14. I think that was the final score of that game. That game, the final week of the season, week 14, was the first time all season they scored a touchdown at home. I am not making that up. That game was the first time that they scored a touchdown at home. That's how bad they were. Imagine going to every Bucks home game and not seeing your team score a touchdown until the very last week of the season. That's what the 77 Bucks were. I wish I was making that up. No, it was the Cardinals. They beat the Saints for their first win, and then they beat the Cardinals for their second one. Yeah, Herbert looks better in the NFL than he did in college. Yeah, exactly. But it was not an obvious pick. All right, third quarter now. We are about to get underway. I think I timed that perfectly. Okay, Trubisky over Mahomes is different because I had Mahomes over Trubisky. I had Mahomes over Trubisky. I had Mahomes as my number one quarterback. I had Mahomes over Watson. I had Mahomes over everyone. That's not hindsight. I completely understand that. Especially because they traded up one spot to do it. I completely understand that. Favorite tree rant. Oh, man, there were some good ones. When they lost to the Jaguars in 17, that was good. Make a video about the 77 Bucks team. I think KTO covered the 77 Bucks already. He did a video on the 77 Bucks, so go check that out if you haven't already. Kickoff is fielded by Sermon at the 6-yard line, taken out to the 26-yard line. So return of 20 on the play. And now in the game at QB, out is Mariota, in is Tanner McKee. Look at me, I'm Tanner McKee. If you got that reference, good for you. McKee, the team's 6th round pick out of Stanford. Went 10 for 20 in the last game, 148 yards passing. No touchdowns, no picks, 74.6 passer rating. Only took 1 sack. We'll see how he does in this one. McKee, again, coming out of Stanford. Last season, as a member of the Cardinal, threw 13 touchdowns, 8 picks, nearly 3,000 yards. Handoff goes to Sermon up the middle. Sermon stays on his feet, stumbles around to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. McKee last season, 9th in the Pac-12 in passing touchdowns and passing yards. Only completed 62% of his passes, 9th in the conference there. So bottom half of the league in that regard. But in his career at Stanford, 28 touchdowns, 15 picks. 6th round pick again by the Eagles in this strip. 2nd and 5. McKee fires. That ball is caught out to the 43-yard line. So first down there, credit that catch to trying to get a number there. Anyways, handoff up the middle goes to Sermon. Gain of 13, good for a first down. Actually, that handoff went... Yeah. NFL Fox set outs remaining the same. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I do not like that one bit. My first down spotted in Cleveland territory, spotted at their 48-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for the Eagles. McKee 1 for 1 so far. We'll see if we can keep it going here. They motion the tight end over. Motion Dan Arnold over. Play action. McKee senses the pressure, steps up in the pocket, and he goes down. Loss of 1 on the play. Nice play behind the line of scrimmage, brought down by Lonnie Phelps. Lonnie Phelps on the takedown there. But a nice awareness play by McKee, honestly. Even though that was a loss of 1, McKee sensed the pressure. He stepped up right away, and he held on to that ball for dear life. Easily could have been a strip sack. Worst bust. Thomas or Trubisky? Trubisky was not good. Thomas was legitimately terrible. Solomon Thomas was way worse. I mean, I don't think they're going to cut bait with Mariota. I don't think they're going to bait with him. 2nd and 11. McKee, sidearm throw. That ball is caught on a screen pass. He's got some blockers to the 40, to the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Catch there made by Devon Allen. Down to the 33, getting a 16. Good enough for a first down. Nice play by McKee. Sidearm throw, so it doesn't get batted down at the line. Good pressure there, too. If he threw that regularly, it would have been batted down by Jeremiah Martin. Instead, throws sidearm and Allen with the play. Ryan, RJ, and JJ Redick, I mean, those people that know basketball and they take the game seriously, they don't complain about the sport. So I like that pairing. I think that's going to be good. First down, handoff goes to Sermon. Sermon to the 30. Sermon, nice cutback to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10. Trey Sermon. Church is in session. Touchdown. Touchdown Eagles. They retake the lead. 9-8. Trey Sermon had a rough first half with a fumble, redeems himself there with a touchdown, a gain of 28 yards, and give him a touchdown. Trey Sermon, nice footwork, nice cutback, 33-yard touchdown run, I should say, not 28, my apologies. And Trey Sermon from there was off the races. Nice downfield block, too, by Tanner McGee. Tanner McGee, just to make sure. McKee is so much. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, let's call it for what it is. Extra point is good. 10-8 ball game. Let's go for what it is. McKee completed 2 passes. The first one was an out route that didn't really have a whole lot of zip on it, that if it was jumped could have been picked off. The second one was a sidearm screen pass, which was, I mean, a nice play to sidearm it, but no real tough throws. Church is in session. That's a good one for Sermon. Yeah, I'm not sure how many times he's going to use that because Sermon probably won't be making the roster. But, yeah, just came up with that on the spot. That was... I like that. I like that one. I've got some good ones for some players. I like keeping it interesting with the calls. 97 bucks were so bad from week 8 through to 12. They got shut out 4 times and the score 1 touchdown, 5 games, 1.4 points per game in those 5 weeks. A dream matchup I want to see. I want to see 76 Steelers defense against a 77 Bucks offense just to see what the heck would happen. Would the Bucks cross midfield? Honestly, I don't know. Okay, here's a game. 76 Steelers versus 77 Bucks. The Buccaneers get a point for every first down they get. Who wins the game? I would still honestly take the Steelers. That's how bad the 77 Bucks were on offense. I honestly would still take the Steelers. We say, okay, you don't have to find the end zone. Touchdowns still count the same. So if they score a touchdown, it still counts as 6. They get an extra point, still counts as 1. And they get a field goal, it counts as 3. But they get a first down, they get 1 point extra. Every first down they get 1 point extra. Who wins? I'm taking the Steelers. Okay, Super Bowl winning teams best to worst. I would say, man, that's tough. 92 was the... I don't know if 92. 77 was the best. 77, 92, 93, 71, 95. Are the 77 Bucks really worse than the 42 ones? I mean, look, World War II, I mean, you're playing with guys off the street. Anyone that's eligible. Any 25-year-olds that are not drafted, you're playing with them. So, yeah. 91 Colts, 2000 Ravens final score. Ravens probably win that one 35-0, 31-0. Yeah, I'd still take the Steelers. That's a good hypothetical, though. Bucks versus Steelers, but the Bucks get a point for every first down they get. Will the best college team of all time be the 77 Bucks? Honestly, yes, because that's an expansion team we're talking. Bit different. 2011 Giants were a bad team, I'm guessing. Not bad timing. It wasn't bad timing to win the Super Bowl. I think the 2011 Giants were a bad team. They didn't blow out a lot of opponents. I think that was really all it was. Like, I don't remember the Giants being that bad in 2011. I mean, they had negative points differential, but Eli had his best season. That offense was firing on all cylinders. So 1st and 10 for the Browns. Yeah, 77 best, 95 worst. Yeah, so we're on the same boat there. I would go 92, 93, and then 71. When XFL team beat the 77 Bucks, I mean, considering the fact that all these linemen are 300 pounds, yeah, they would. But, yeah, I honestly think so. 77 Bucks offensively were a train wreck. All right, new quarterback in the game for the Browns is Kellen Mond. So you wonder if Dobbs is even going to play this game. Handoff, gain of 3. So Dorian Thompson-Robinson, his day is done. Bit of a rough showing for him. Definitely showed signs of being a rookie. But still very encouraging nonetheless, his preseason. Houston not leaving CBS Sports Network. I did not hear that. Oh yeah, for a Super Bowl winning team, they might be the worst of all time. For a Super Bowl winning team, they're probably the worst ever. 2nd and 7 coming up at the 28-yard line. 3 wide again. Kellen Mond, the former Texas A&M quarterback, the former Vikings bust. Went 7 for 12 last week against the Commanders. They rush 4. Mond fires. Angle route. That one is caught. First down on the play. Gain of 7. Catch there made by the rookie running back, the undrafted man, Hassan Hall. 1st and 10. Are the Bucs the worst expansion team through their first 5 years? I mean, Capitals are pretty bad. Oh wait, Bucs the worst. The Tampa Bay Bucks, not the Milwaukee Bucks. Tampa Bay Bucks. I was gonna say. Tampa Bay Bucks, are they the worst? No, because 79 they almost. They're not coming in the first down. Really, I thought he got the first. I thought someone got the first. Let's watch this play and then I'll answer that question. 3rd and 1. Mon QB sneak. He's got it. All right. 79 Bucks made it to the NFC Championship. The 78 Bucks were actually a decent team for the first half of the season. So, Mon was 3rd round. Busted a 3rd round pick, but it was 3rd round. So no, the Bucks are not the worst expansion team for their first 5 years. Texans are up there. Vikings were pretty bad through the first 5 years. But I think the winner is probably the Saints. For their first 5 years, the Saints were a mess. Way worse than the Bucks through the first 5 years. Buccaneers in year 4, they almost made it to the Super Bowl. First down the 35-yard line. Mon hands it off, goes to Hassan Hall. Hall at the 40. Hall bounced off the tackler, spin move. Hall still going down to the 49-yard line. Hassan Hall making the Eagles say, "What the hell was that?" Gain of 14 on the play, good for a first down. Yeah, Montemani made me want to rip my hair off in the preseason. So glad we have Mullins. Yeah, at least Mullins can play. Pats rank the champions. 01, 03, 04, 14, 16, 18. All right, let's think. Okay, so the worst was 18. The best was 03. I think the best was 03. I'm going to go 03, 04, 14, 16, 01, and 18. Play action, incomplete pass, way over the head of his intended target. Now, hey, a misfire on that one. Yeah, Shaw Mannion, the former Oregon State man. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, if you donate, I'll get to your question right away. I was just going to go in the order. Let's see the questions. 10-8 ball game. And we got another preseason game tomorrow with the Panthers against the Giants. Bryce Young hoping to do a lot better in game number 2. They didn't score the last game. Can only go up. 2nd and 10. Pitch play goes to Hall. Hall doesn't really have any blocking, and down he goes behind the line of scrimmage. Back behind the 44-yard line. It's a loss of 5 on the play. Brought down by Zach Cunningham, the veteran linebacker. In his first season with the Eagles, I remember him best for his time with the Texans and the Titans. 3rd and 15 coming up. An interesting running back battle developing in Cleveland in terms of who's making us the number 3 and the number 4 guy. John Kelly didn't impress a whole lot. He had a big fumble. Demetric Feldman, Hassan Hall, Jordan Wilkins. Figure 4 of those guys fighting for 2 spots. 3rd and 14, ball at the 44. Mon, they rush 4. Steps up in the pocket. He just has to check it down, and it's dropped. It's dropped by Hall. He started running before he caught the ball. Would have been an interesting 4th down spot. Probably would have gotten 4th and 3 situation, but gotta hold on to that. None of the running backs really doing anything today to earn their spot. Feldman hasn't played well on special teams. Hasn't done a whole lot there. Kelly had that fumble. Wilkins hasn't played. Hall, big drop there. That's going to hurt him. We'll have Caillou play for the Bucs. That's a great use of the emoji. That's a great use. He'd probably cry because they lost so many times. He would just cry. Punt is fielded at the 9. and take it down to the 14-yard line. So return of 5 yards there. The Eagles take over the 14. Justin Evans on the return. 42 net, 47 in total. Eagles take over on the 14-yard line. Touchdown drive last time. Let's see what they do on drive number 2 with McKee. Packers, 66, 67, 96, 10. I'm going to go 96. Yeah, I think that's the right order. 96 was the best, 66 and 67, and then 10 was the worst. 12 Colts or 13 Chiefs. I'm taking the 13 Chiefs. Other than the 22 Jags, who had the best turnaround season since 2010? I mean, is it biased to say the 2017 Jags? Is it biased to say them 3-13 to the AFC Championship? Yeah, I'd say that. I would say that. Browns' best player is their punter. I mean, Watkins is looking. Austin Watkins had a very good first half. I'd say he was the best player, but Corey's playing well. Also, Cade York. If you want a positive for the Browns, Cade York, the fact that he was 2 for 2 so far today, nice little confidence boost after a rough preseason so far. 08 Lions offense, 17 Browns defense. Ditka and Buddy Riley and the coaching staff, will they beat the Bucks? Yes. Easily. Not even close. The Browns defense was not that bad. Honestly, the 17 Browns defense was not the problem. 17 Browns defense was very, very good. 17 Browns defense was totally fine. Oh, 12 Colts to 13 Chiefs. Best. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. They're up there. They're up there. I think the fact they lost in the wildcard round, I think the Jaguars' turnaround in 2017 going to the AFC Championship was better. 20 over 02. I talked about this on the last stream. If we're talking the whole season, I'm taking 02. We're talking at their peak, I'm taking 20. Because the 20 Bucks were two completely different teams. The first half of the year, the first 3 quarters versus the final quarter of the year, very different teams. The final quarter of the year Bucks, I'm taking over 02. The first 3 quarters, I'm taking the 02 team. Look, the thing is that the Browns defense, 17 Browns defense with Buddy Ryan and Ditka as the coaching staff. 85 Bears, 77 Bucks. Bears win 41-0. I mean, I don't think the Bucks in 77 would even score on them. 2012 Texas are 0-Pats. Oh, easily 0-Pats. Easily. All right, Tanner McKee. Let a touchdown drive the first time. Complete 2 passes. This time going deep. Nice back shoulder throw. Dropped it, though. He dropped it. That's not a catch. That is not a catch. Deion Kane. Oh, you got to hold on to that. That is a perfect throw by Tanner McKee. That will go down as an incomplete pass in the box score. I don't know how you dropped that one. Just lost control. Just came down to the ground. In the 70s, that's a catch. Today, that is absolutely not a catch. Did not have control. Did not make a football move. Oh, Giovanni McCoy is the Bucks QB? Oh, then Bucks win by 100. Handoff up the middle to Sermon, gain of 2. 3rd and 8 coming up at about the 16-yard line. So Tanner McKee, 2 for 3. Should say 2 for 4. How many points do the Bears to be on defense? At least 14. If the Chiefs get Justin Jefferson, oh man. Mahomes is thrown for 6,000 yards. 3rd and 8. Low snap and McKee recovers as they rush 4. Fires. Sideline. Incomplete pass. A nice throw though. Honestly, McKee, they go 3 now. Tyree Cleveland with the target there. McKee did his job there. Honestly, 2 good throws that probably should have been caught. That one, if you're Cleveland, I mean, that's a catch an NFL receiver has to make it. It was broken up on the play. Coverage by Gavin Heslop, but it's a play that if you're Cleveland, you got to make. Best Browns team since they reformed. I honestly might say the 07 team, even though they didn't make the playoffs. I think the 07 team was probably the best. If it happened today, did Dez catch it? Yes. If it happened today, he caught it. Yeah, McKee is getting stolen. Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is not on McKee. This is not on McKee. This is not on McKee whatsoever. McKee is actually playing well. Oh, 06 Tigers, where are they rank? They're definitely inside top 10. Top 10. Fire is safe. Bud Black, I think he's safe. I think Bud Black is safe. Speaking of baseball, 3-2 right now. The only game taking place. Mets over the Cardinals, bottom of the 8th. Broncos, 98, 15, 97. Where do you rank them? 15, I think, has to be the worst. 15 has to be the worst because they had no offense. Couldn't talk Friday and Friday. 98's the best, obviously. I go 98, 97, 15. 15, I can't put the corpse of Peyton Manning as better than 97's team. The offense just wouldn't be able to keep up with 97. They would not be able to. Just pick random teams. 06 Texans, 83 Saints. Well, the 83 Saints almost made the playoffs. 06 Texans were the worst in football, so 83 Saints, easily. Dave Martinez, I think he gets let go. Yeah, 83 Saints, it's not even close. It's not even remotely close. The 83 Saints beat the 06 Texans by a lot. 83 Saints were a game away from the playoffs. If they... I mean, there was very questionable coaching by Bum Phillips at the end of that game against the Rams that I need to talk about it in a future video. But, yeah. Rams 99/21. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. That's not even close. That's not even close. Some of these ranking the teams in terms of who they won Super Bowl is obvious. 99 or Rams 01. I'm taking Rams 99. Better defense. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot 05 Texas. Wow. What's up, Bayer? My bad. I'm still taking the 83 Saints. I'm still taking 83, but that is a good question. 76 Giants, 16 Browns. I'm not taking the team that's led by Hugh Jackson. As Tyree Cleveland is still down on the field. Oh, this is the last thing I want to see in a preseason game. This is the last thing I want to see in a preseason game. You never like seeing injuries, especially in preseason. Tyree Cleveland. He is still down. The cart is out. This is not... Man, this is not good to see. Hopefully he's okay. Let's see. 11 Packers, 15 Panthers. Who wins? Packers. Their receiving core were just better. If I were to say Phil Nevin, I think he's safe. Yeah, at least the corpse of John Elway could play. The corpse of Peyton Manning could not. So we have a bit of a delay in the action while he is still... down. Oh, 07 Pats, 72 Dolphins. I'm taking the 07 Pats. Best year for Houston football. Oilers and Texans. Best year, I'd probably say the 79 Oilers team. That was probably the best year. If I were to say Pedro, I think he's safe. 96 Panthers, 2010 Chiefs. Give me the 96 Panthers. Yeah, maybe a neck injury. When he's down for that long, probably. All right, so they only want to, let's include 45 and 51 teams in the ranking. The 45 team. In that case, let's go 99, 51, 45, and then 21. Yeah, that's gonna be bad for Cleveland. That's gonna be bad. That's one where you think he's gonna be out for the season. Stash on IR. This is what it looks like. The car comes out. We have been out for 10 minutes now. This is not good. This is not good. When we get back, it's 4th and 8. Eagles punting away to the Browns. With Kellen Mond and a QB for the Browns. In terms of what's coming up while we do have this break. Again, we have a new video coming out tomorrow on JG9 at around 9 a.m. Eastern. Marmol should go. Marmol should absolutely go. He should not be the manager of the Cardinals next year. He has alienated that team. His decisions with the bullpen have not been good. He should be gone. Yeah, the Penn Browns were not bad. Honestly, they were, 7-4 through the first 11? I think we gave them their first loss of the season. I think we were the ones... I think they were either 4-1 or 4-0 when we played them. Yeah. Oh, now they're huddling around. This is really not good. This is really not good. Okay, the card is moving at least. Come on, give a thumbs up. Come on. Come on, Cleveland. Come on, give a thumbs up. Come on. Again, Cleveland best known 2017. One of the most iconic plays in Florida history. The Hail Mary against Tennessee. Eagle fans rise to their feet as he gets carted off the field. Oh, come on, give a thumbs up. Give it. Oh, come on, camera. I don't want to see player. I want to see the card. I want to see a thumbs up. That's all I care about. I want to see a thumbs up. All right, we are resuming play though. We are resuming play. 4th and 8. Ty Zentner punting this one away. Punt is fielded at the 41-yard line and down at the 43. Credit that punt return by Mike Harley Jr. It is so tough in a preseason game, again, a game that doesn't mean anything in the long run, to come back from something like that and play. It is so, so tough. This is weighing on your mind. Is Cleveland going to be okay? I mean, at least this is not like the Hamlin thing. At least this is not like the Hamlin thing, because Hamlin, he just went down with no contact whatsoever. He was completely fine. Cleveland, I mean, he hit the ground. He at least hit the ground. AJ Hinch, fire safe. Oh, that's tough. I think he's going to be safe for one more year. First down, hand up, play action rather. Mon fires off his back foot. One-handed grab. What a grab. Down to the 35. Who else but Austin Watkins? Watkins having a heck of a game. And that catch there, gain of 22. Look at this. One-handed. Make that look easy. Austin Watkins fighting for a roster spot. He's making a nice impression today. He's making a nice impression so far. He's got a shot. He's got a shot. 1st and 10. Mond drops back as they rush 4. Goes through his reads. Fires. Check down route to the running back Hall. Hassan Hall down to the 30-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up. Who's it that got hurt? Tyree Cleveland. Tyree Cleveland, the Eagles receiver. All right, rank the Raiders teams. 76. Yeah, 76 is 1. 83, I'd probably put 2nd, and 88 I'd put 3rd. How's it going, Justin? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, 83 is better than 8. Giants. Yeah, you got the right order there. 90, 86, 07, 11. And how's it going, Sonic? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We just have about 6 minutes left in the third quarter of this one. 10-8 ball game. Phil Neville, I think he's going to be... I think he gets fired. How about Tyree hurt? Well, he got carted off. Hall, loss of 2. No, Nevin I said was safe. Nevin I said I think was going to be safe. I have no clue what's going to happen. This is not the Browns' last preseason game. If you play the Hall of Fame game, you play 4 games. So they have 1 more next week. I don't know if we're live streaming that one. I have to check the schedule. You can see it as it rotates in and out. 3rd and 7 coming up. Browns can take the lead with a 49-yard field goal. The important thing here, if you're Mon, you just can't take a sack. That's the one thing you can't have happen here. You just cannot take a sack. 3rd and 7. Buck Showalter, I think he is gone. I think he will be fired. The Mets underachieved. I think they're going to rebuild, and I think they're going to do with new blood. 3rd and 7. Mon, back shoulder, bobbled, caught by Watkins! Watkins in the end zone! Touchdown! Lost the ball at the end, but he crossed the plane before. Austin Watkins! Touchdown Browns! What a game for Watkins! The amazing Austin! 14! 10 game! Juggled it. I mean, he had a great one-handed catch early on the drive. Juggled that one, caught it. And now the Browns an extra point away from making it a 5-point game. Yeah, I think Watkins has won the battle. I think Watkins is making this roster. If he doesn't, some team's swooping him up. Austin Watkins can play. Austin Watkins can absolutely play. He's got a diverse route tree. Makes some tough catches. Extra point. Curving good. Watkins, 6 catches, 124 yards, and that touchdown. 15-10 ball game. Austin Watkins. Oh, man. All right, we have $10 from Michael Hodel. I will get to that in just a bit. Let me just see something with Watkins really quickly. Watkins, undrafted from 2021. Never really got a chance to play on a roster, but he did play with the Birmingham Stallions in the USFL. He might have a shot. He's got a shot to make the roster. I think he's won the battle over Schwartz. If it comes down to him and Schwartz, I think he's won the battle. We do have Michael Hodel with a $10. Thank you so much. Looking forward to our video chat on Wednesday. Fun idea. Anyone who may have questions, we post them in the live chats. Then JG, pick 5 you like for me. Ooh. All right. Yeah, so Michael Hodel is in our top tier. He is in the Baselli tier, which gives you live chats once a month. So I'm doing that with him next Wednesday, which is going to be really, really fun. Thank you again for everything. If anyone has any questions for Michael Hodel that want to ask me and whatnot for the chat, let him know. Post them in the chats, and I'll pick 5, and we'll do that. Thank you again so much for everything, Michael. Thank you so much. So grateful. Baker, no, I don't think they're retiring. Frank Hodema, I don't think Baker will. I don't think Baker will. He's on a good team. He's on a good team. He doesn't really... There's no reason for him to retire. All right. Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. So Tanner McKee going to go back out there for the Eagles with the team down by 5. I think he's gone. Yeah, Browns scored 2 touchdowns. It's been a weird game. It's been a very, very weird game. You remember, new video dropping at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you didn't see the video that came out today about a bizarre protest that Al Graham tried to file in 1967 as Washington's head coach, go check that out. It is a bizarre, bizarre story. I will put it that way. Otto Graham was a horrible head coach. First down, screen pass, spin move, gain of 4 on the play, and a flag coming in at the very end. Catch made by Devin Allen. Next owner that should sell their team. Woody Johnson. I think Woody Johnson. 2 field goals on a safety. Yeah, it's 2 field goals on a safety. KDRK too. They had a safety, and yeah. Bidwill needs to sell the Cardinals. Penalty is against the Eagles, so back him up 10 yards. McKee was actually pretty good the last drive. 2 good throws, but oh, I forgot the clock is messed up. 2 good throws, but both dropped by their receivers. And here we go. 1st and 20. Play action. They rush 4. McKee steps up, fires on the run, incomplete pass. Intended target on that play looked like it was Brady Russell. So 2nd and 20 coming up. Russell, the undrafted rookie out of Colorado. Oh no, it was a safety after they fumbled at the 1-yard line. 2 field goals and then a touchdown. Second and 20. Fires, caught down to the 31-yard line. Catch there made by Tyree Jackson, the former Buffalo quarterback who converted to tight end. Won't be enough for a first down, but they do get some of that yardage back. Third down coming up for McKee. What section higher? Show? I mean, he would be a bit higher. 3rd and 14 coming up at the 21-yard line. Not 31. My apologies. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, Fisher should be punished for what he's doing with these. Yeah, he's major league on that team. I hate it. I hate it for the fans. 3rd and 14. McKee. What was the play action to? As that ball is dropped, it wouldn't even be enough for first down. That was just a horrible play all the way around as Allen can't hold on. Aside from the drop, why was that a play action? He didn't play action to a running back. There was no running back there. You're not fooling anyone play action on 3rd and 14. Look, you got to set a rookie quarterback up for success. The Eagles are not doing that. They're not doing that. Calling a play action pass on 3rd and 14 where no one's biting, and the play action doesn't even go to the running back. It's just a play action to no one. I don't get it. I don't get it. 4th and 14. They're going to punt this one away. Another 3 and out for the Eagles. Punt here by Ty Zettner. It is a short one and not a good bounce, and it's fielded by Brooks at around the 44-yard line. So not a great punt. Only about 35 yards of net. They have 2 punters on the roster, and Zettner has not done anything to earn a spot. He's not going to make this team. Can we get a catch from McKee? Yep, you and me both. You and me both. This is painful. This is painful for McKee. Have I seen Don't? Yes, I have. The first one is amazing. Yeah, this has been a sloppy game. The first one is a certified classic. Green is not a creative color. First down at the 44-yard line following a very, very short punt. Kellen Mond hands it off up the middle. Gain of about 8 on the play. 2nd down coming up. One play and they're already in Philly territory. Or 2nd and 5 coming up. So just a bit short of Philly territory. This has been a very sloppy game. Okay, yeah, the scoreboard, yeah, I was going to say it was not 2nd and 5. 2nd and 3. That's more like it. That's what I thought. Play action. Mon steps up, fires to his running back. That ball is caught down to the 40-yard line. First down, gain of 7 on the play. Has moved his extremities. That is good. That is good to hear. Tyree Cleveland, good to hear. Catch by Jordan Wilkins, the running back. Gain of 7, good enough for a Browns first down. .250 left in the 3rd quarter of action. Again, tomorrow we have the Giants-Panthers game. I'm not familiar with his story and his history. I'm not familiar with that. 3 wide, 1 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Handoff goes to Wilkins. Wilkins busts his way to the 36-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now, I'm not really too familiar with McKee's backstory. Was Ren and Stimpy the most bizarre cartoon ever created for children? Yes, I would say so. Only 5 on the play clock. They got to get this off. 2nd and 5. Well, the 36. 1 second. They do get it off. Play action. Mond. Oh, he had a man. Oh, my goodness, Mom. What are you doing? Just rifle that one in. You had him. Mike Harley was open. You got to hit that right away. Watch this again. Kellen Mond, there was some separation. You rifle that, you throw it outside. He's got it. I don't know why you're giving him time for the corner to catch up. You're waiting. You're hesitating. Why? He's a cancer farmer? I did not know that. That's awesome. Good for him. The new team is being built. Which one do you most want to watch the Jags play in? 3rd and 5 handoff goes to Hall. Hall down to about the 33-yard line. We'll see what they do here. 4th and 2. I would love to see a Jags game in Mercedes-Benz. But of the new ones being built, I mean, Nashville. I think Nashville, that's going to be insane. I mean, Nashville's a great city as it is. I would love to go to Nashville again. Went for the draft in 2019 and was a blast. So, Jags team in Nashville, I mean, that'd be fun at that new stadium. 4th and 2, they're going to leave the offense out. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2, got to get to the 31. They're at the 33. Mond, 3 wide. Anthony Schwartz is on the far side. Mond fires, curl route. That ball is caught by Schwartz. Down to the 29, good for a first down. Nice route there by Schwartz, knowing exactly where he needs to go. First down. When does the Jags renovations start? It's supposed to be done by 2028. So I'm assuming 2026 is when they're going to do the renovation. If the Saudi leagues keep acquiring European talent, do you think could rival some of the big leagues? No, because they don't have the culture. They don't have the tradition. They don't have the fan bases. So I don't think it's going to rival anything in that regard. There was a flag on this play. Offside on the defense, so instead of a gain of 3 and second down, it's a gain of 5. Move it up to the 24. Sloppy game for Philly. A lot of penalties. A lot of penalties for the Eagles. In total, for those wondering, the Eagles have committed 8 penalties already this game. 6 on the Browns side. Will they get a playoff before the... They don't have to get a playoff before the end of the quarter. We'll see if they do. Mond. They do get the snap ball. Final play. They rush 4. Mond, first read not there. Second read not there. He's going to try and take off. That clock's got to go sooner. Incomplete pass. Intended target on the play was Thomas Green at the tight end. Mond took way too long. He stared down the first read, then stared down the second read. And then by the time those 2 reads, he started taking off. But he stared both those reads down way too long. And it gave the Eagles defensive line time to catch up and tackle him and make it a tough throw. 2nd and 5 coming up. Pick for the World Series. Yankees are going to do it. No. Look, I'd be stupid to bet against the Braves right now. I'd be stupid to bet against the Braves. They have such a complete lineup. I don't know how anyone's stopping them. So I'm picking the Braves. And then the AL's a bit tougher. I do like the way the Orioles are playing. But a healthy Rangers pitching staff. I'm gonna go with the Astros. I'm gonna go Braves-Astros rematch. Right, Cardinals game just got a bit interesting. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, 4-2 game. How different do you think Miami Hurricanes would have been if they beat Ohio State? I don't think anything really changes. I don't think anything would have really changed. Besides the fact they have a title, obviously. Final quarter of action. And thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, we do need another Subway Series. We have over 60 people in this stream watching the 4th quarter of a preseason game. Again, we're doing a lot of primetime regular season games. We are doing preseason games. We got 5 more coming up this week. We got 3 on Saturday. Back to back to back. 9 straight hours. I will have a voice, hopefully, by the end of it. Tomorrow, we are doing Giants-Panthers. And at the same time, we're going to try doing Bengals-Falcons. I have no clue how that's going to work, but I'm going to try calling both games at the same time. We're going to try calling both games at the same time. No clue how it's going to work, but we're going to try it. We're going to do a Kevin Harlan, and we're just going to hope for the best. Second and 5 coming up when we do get back. Good stories for the Browns. Big one, Cade York, 2 for 2. Most efficient goal line tight end of all time. Why is it Mike Vrabel? I mean, it is. Every catch was a touchdown. You can't do better than that. Oh, that's a horrible strike call That's a horrible strike call. That was so outside. Robo-umps need to happen soon. 1-1. Best college football game decided by 50-plus points. I mean, is there one? I don't think you can have one. I don't think you can have a good one decided by 50-plus points. I honestly don't know what the best would be. I don't know. Yeah, JJ and I is Kevin Harlan. We're going to really try it. It's going to set us apart from the other streams. Because we're doing that for week 2 when there's the Monday night doubleheader. 2nd and 5. Play action. Mond. They rush 5. Slant route. Batted down. Incomplete pass. Nice bat down on the play. Credit that bat down to... Is that Ben Van Zerman? I think it was Ben Van Zerman on that one. That was Ben Van Zerman, the undrafted linebacker out of Michigan State. 3rd and 5 coming up. We'll see if this is 4-down territory. Yeah, we're gonna really test my announcing skills. Festival, yes, I am in a few leagues, and on top of that, we are gonna do a JG9 league that I will post during one of the trivia games. 3rd and 5. Ball is incomplete, intended for Schwartz. Coverage on the play there. Credit that to Eli Ricks. Eli Ricks on the coverage, the undrafted rookie out of Alabama, although he did play some time at LSU before. Which announcer do you think Dan Fouts got along better with, Keith Jackson or Ian Eagle? I think Ian Eagle he got along better with. Other than Jags, above 500 in the AFC South, I think the Titans. I'm not sleeping on the Titans. I'm really not. I refuse to sleep on the Titans. That team's got talent. And Mike Vrabel is great. When's the draft? I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. 4th and 2. York. Field goal is good. 18-10 game. Wasn't pretty, but he did tuck it in from 41 yards out. I also forgot to update the timeouts, so my apologies for that. Cade York, struggling all preseason, 3 for 3. Yeah, we're going to get a JG9 Fantasy Football League. I just have to figure out what works best for my availability in terms of the draft, in terms of how we're going to do that. Won your fantasy league in 2020, being your brother-in-law in the final. Haven't played fantasy since. End on a high note. I like that. End on a high. Retire as the champion. Yeah, Mets win that 1-4-2. All right, so let's see what else is on. Stream-wise, let's see what we got. Turn the D-backs game on, and immediately it's a ground roll double. Good job. Good job, D-backs. All right. They're missing the playoffs because Kyler Murray got injured. You need 1 point. Oh, that's a bad way to go out. Oh, man, that's a bad way to go out. What do you think Boston will host NBA All-Star Game? What do you think they haven't hosted one since the 60s? Yeah, it is weird they haven't hosted one since the 60s. I would assume in the next 10 years. My guess is just they award it to new arenas and they haven't really had a chance to do that. Worst announcer Dan Fouts' work was Musburger. Yeah, that was not a great pairing. Fantasy League, yeah, it's going to be ESPN. More devastating move, Colts or Browns? Colts, because the Browns at least they got their team back. Which NFL season would I love to see in person? 96. I would have loved to see 96 in person and just witness the Jaguars doing what they did. Expansion team going from 4-7 to the AFC Championship. I would have loved to have seen that and been around for the ride. Because 2021 was a fun ride. 2022, I mean, not 2021. 2022 was a fun ride. 2022 was a fun ride. But 96 was that on steroids. I would have loved to have seen 96. Just to be there for the Morten Anderson missed field goal and then to be there in the stadium celebrating when the Jaguars beat the Broncos. Oh, man. Yeah, 96 would have been fun. If I can't do a Jaguars season, probably 81. Probably 81. Best 9-7 Texans team. The 2014 team was pretty good. Honestly, the 2014 team was pretty good. Kickoff into the end zone for a would be a touchback regularly, but he's going to take it out to the 20. 25 stumbles across the 27-yard line. So a good option to return the ball there by Eli Ricks. So first down at the 27-yard line. Eagles down by 8. Tanner McKee actually playing well, even if the stats might not show it. Problem is that his receivers have dropped everything. They cannot catch a cold. If the Colts complete the Hail Mary against the Steelers, it is a bigger upset than Steelers Chargers. They still get blown out in the Super Bowl by the Cowboys. They get blown out. But if that happens, I think Marcher Broda stays on. I don't think Ursa would be dumb enough to not renew Marcher Broda's contract. Handoff goes to Scott. Or excuse me, goes to Kenny Brooks, I should say. First down to the 38-yard line. Best game by QB finished 39.6 on the dot. I should know this off the top of my head. I don't know. I don't know what the best answer is for that one. Yeah, 2015 Texans QB room, yeah. Yeah, the Colts last one buy tickets. Oh, it does say fourth quarter. Thank you for pointing that out. I will change that right now. Sure. Yeah, the Colts last with the Colts scan. I should just lead the chance. I would just be a Colts fan in disguise and lead the chance. Hand off to Brooks, goes nowhere. Bottle up at the line. 2nd and 10 coming up. With the Colts complete that Hail Mary, it does change a lot. It does mean, I don't know if Cowher makes the Hall of Fame because he would only have one Super Bowl. Marcher Broda stays on. He doesn't become the Ravens head coach. So, yeah, I don't know what happens. I honestly don't know what happens at that point. Maybe they get Bugle to be their coach? I don't know. 2nd and 9. McKee out route. That ball is caught. Catch there made by Dan Arnold. Again, the former Jaguar tight end. The former Panther and Cardinal as well. 3rd and 5 coming up. Does Manning get drafted if it gets caught? Yeah, I mean, nothing changes there. Because they're still going to have their trouble in 97. He might let Marcher Broda go after 96. I think that might happen. He might go Marcher Broda 96. Means that they don't get more after that season. Pass interference on that one. Tugging all the way. That's an easy call. Call it against number 20, Chris Westry. Deion Kane, the intended target, and he was just being mauled the entire time. See where they spot it, but... Would there be riots if Modo gets into the Hall of Fame? There would be some angry people. Yeah, there would be some protests. There would absolutely be some protests, and rightfully so. What's the one game you would never want to change the result of? 76 Colts Steelers? Yeah, I mean... Obviously, that's save lives. So, we never want to change that one. First down at Cleveland's 45. McKee fires, wide open player. It's caught the 25, to the 20, to the 15, 10, pushed down of bounds at the 9-yard line. It is Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson, the tight end, gain of 36. Good for first down. Again, the former Buffalo Bulls quarterback converted to tight end, hoping to stick on the roster. Hopefully be the number 2 or 3 option behind Goddard. Handoff goes to Kenny Brooks. Down to the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal. Massenbeer, not a fan. Not a fan. Also, grew up on Long Island, so I've heard some stories about her, and from what I hear, not that nice of a person. Brooks, up the middle, down to the 2-yard line. You figure 4 down territory here. 3rd and goal to 2. Think Hill is the Todd Christensen today. That's not a bad comparison. That's not good. That's not a bad comparison. Colt should show a video of you doing it on the Jumbotron. That is going to be used as ammo against me, and I'm totally fine with that. Someone's going to gift that. I already know it. Someone's going to gift that. Yeah, McKee should be number 2 over Mariota. McKee actually hits something, guys. He has a better internal clock. You give him some receivers that actually can catch the ball, I think you're looking at a completely different story. 3rd and 2. 2 wide. McKee bobbles the snap. Try and slant route. That ball is a bit high. The timing was all off there after McKee bobbled that snap. Intended target on that play. 4th and goal. Yeah, Super Bowl 3 is probably the one. You change the result of that, I don't know what happens at that point. I honestly don't know what happens. 4th and goal. They are going for it. All the 3. McKee. RPO. He's going to take off and run now. He's going to fire. End zone. High throw. Can't catch it. Oh, my goodness. Tanner McKee. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's got no receivers. I feel so bad for McKee. No one can catch a pass on this team. Deion Kane with the drop. That's like 5 drops already. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think it could have been better if they drafted him. I think it could have been better, but I know he was still going to be in some trouble. Oh, my goodness. No one can catch a pass on this team. McKee's stat line is not going to look great. McKee is 5 for 11 with 73 yards. That's not great. 5 of those have been drops. This is not on McKee. Anyone that's watching this game, I mean, oh my goodness. Oh, I feel so bad for the guy. That should have been a touchdown. That should have been a touchdown. Just dropped it. Wow. But I think this game, I honestly, for the 3rd game, I would honestly I would let McKee run with the 1s or the 2s and let's see what happens. Because I think he's got more potential over Mariota. He looks more composed. He's hit more open guys. His pocket presence is better. As the D-backs, Tommy Pham against his old team just hit a home run. 2-0. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, D-backs. Come on. Let's go. All right. Yeah, this is bad. What do we think of some NFL team use a couple of your videos to play stream entertainment? I mean, I would love that. I mean, they'll never do it, but I would have no problem with that. If they want to do it, by all means. We have a $2 from Eganer. Thank you so much. Dumbest banner each team could raise all time. Hey, that's a lot of banners. That's a lot of banners we're talking. The dumbest banner, I think, for the Patriots, any wild card banners. Any regular season champion banners. Anything like that. That'd be pretty dumb. For the Texans, I love you blue banner. Yeah, that's a good throw. You gotta make that grab. You gotta make that grab, Kane. Should have been a House of Kane. Instead of is a House of Pain for these receivers. Mond fires first down, deep throw, incomplete pass intended for Watkins. Watkins going the distance this game. Oh, the clock was running the whole time. Oh my goodness. How did I not realize that? That is a goof on my end. That's a bad goof on my end, actually. There we go. Anything special on Jim Brown this year besides a patch? Considering his off-the-field history, no. Considering his off-the-field history, they will not do that. The Browns might wear a patch, but the NFL, no, they're not going to do anything. 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Jordan Wilkins. Down to about the 7-yard line. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Okay, 116 is different. Because 116, that's a record. 16-0, like, I had no problem raising a banner for 16-0. I honestly wouldn't. It's more best regular season record that I would have a problem with. But 116 wins, I don't have a problem raising a banner for that. I honestly don't. Cowboys done better. Haven't made it to the Super Bowl since their players have been born. 3rd and 4. Empty backfield for Mon. 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Mon, they rush 4. Has to feel the pressure on the blind side. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh my goodness, is he going to actually escape this? Oh my goodness, he escaped it! What the heck? Kellen Mond! Kellen Mond! That was a disastrous play that somehow resulted in a first down. How did he escape this? There were like 10,000 things he did wrong there. And it somehow works. I don't know how. Should have been a strip sack. He didn't sense the blindside pressure. Then he runs into the end zone. Somehow avoids the safety. And then runs for a first down. 12-5, I disagree. I think they're a bit worse. What a play by Kellen Mond as we have an injured player on the field. So reset that clock back to 10:05. Oh my goodness. Kellen Mond. Injured player looks like an eagle. That was insane. A horrible play. That's one of those don't ever do that again. But it worked. It actually worked. I don't believe it. That should have been a strip sack. Or should have been a safety. And then should have been a sack. And then somehow it was a first down. Kellen Mond. That's insane. McCarthy is still better than the redhead clapper. Yes, he is. Is Brendan Kozer overrated? I think he's properly rated. I don't know about overrated, but he's properly rated. Best QB for the Browns in the post-merger era, but he doesn't really get his due. He's a fine quarterback. I think people recognize him as that. We have an injury timeout. 10:05 left in this game. Slow-moving game. Very slow-moving game. Obviously, you have the Tyree Cleveland injury. Kind of slow things down just a bit. Because this game started at 7:35 Eastern. It is now approaching 10:30. What do you think might be the pro sports version of Rachel Zegler openly stating she hates Snow White despite portraying... Yeah, probably Bruce Cos... I gotta do a video on this. Bruce Coslet, 98, against the Jaguars, saying this game doesn't matter to us. Favorite MCU movie? I think that my favorite MCU movie, Infinity War was just phenomenal. 3 hours flew by. I think Infinity War might be my favorite. It's a perfect build-up, and it just flies by. The Kraken have the dumbest banner for the 1917 Seattle Mets. Okay, yeah, that's pretty dumb. That's pretty dumb. I don't have a problem with playoff appearance banners. I honestly don't have a problem with that. I honestly don't. If you want to raise a banner for a wild card appearance, I have no problem with that. It looks stupid if you've won a Super Bowl, but if you've never won, I have no problem with that. Who would I rather start at QB? Kelly Holcomb or Tim Couch? Couch. I would have done Couch. Infinity War's early 2.5 Endgame is 3. I thought Infinity War was 3 hours. It just flew by. Oh, you're right. 2 hours, 29 minutes. Wow. It flew by. It flew by, though. It absolutely flew by. Again, the card is out. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's twice now. That's twice now the card is out. Favorite Lorde song? Green Light. I'm gonna go Green Light. 2 players now carded off for the Eagles. First one was Tyree Cleveland. I've not done Barbie Hammer. I've not done that. I haven't had time. Haven't had time to do that yet. I can't make out who the injured player is. Last one was Tyree Cleveland. And this is tough now. This is tough. If you're an Eagles player, again, this game is meaningless in the grand scheme of things. To have 2 players get carded off on your team in the same game, it is tough to really focus after that. It is tough. There's no way around it. It is tough. 2 players carded off like this. It's scary, scary stuff. We have a thumbs up. This one does look better. I can see him breathing, which is good. I can see movement in the lungs, which is good. I can't make out who the injured player is. I'm gonna check Twitter, see if they're... Let's see. Ojomo is the one. Moro Ojomo is the player, the 7th round pick out of Texas. He is the guy getting carted off. Moro Ojomo, the team's 7th round pick number 249, defensive lineman from Texas. He is the man getting carted off. But at least he's breathing. At least you see the thumbs up, which is good. Yeah, thumbs are up, which is good. And it's Moro Ojomo. Belichick thought he'd become the head coach when they moved. I mean, I have no problem with him firing Belichick. I really don't. Obviously, in hindsight, it didn't work out, but I have no problem with him firing Belichick. Greatest Eagle and Brown not in the Hall of Fame. Greatest Eagle not in the Hall, I'd probably say Randall Cunningham. Now that I would put him in, but Randall Cunningham probably. Harold Jackson. I'd probably go Harold Jackson. Because he has a case, at least. Greatest Brown not in the Hall? Greatest Brown not in the Hall. Blandon Collier. If we're counting coaches, Blandon Collier has a case. So 1st and 10, Mon under center. Handoff goes to Wilkins. Wilkins down to the 18-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. How does it look? I mean, he got carted off, which is never good, but he gave a thumbs up, which is good at least. Cowboys or Texans make the Super Bowl first from this season onward. Who makes it first? Put my money on the Cowboys if I had to pick. So 2nd 8, we are resuming play following the carting off of Moro. 3 wide, 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Free blitzer finds Wilkins, dropped. Bobbled and dropped. Kind of play that Wilkins has to make if he's going to make this roster again. Is an uphill climb between Feldman, Hall, Kelly, and Wilkins. 4 guys fighting for 2, maybe even 1 spots. Oh, Clay Matthews, yes. How did I forget Clay Matthews? If we're counting players, yeah, Clay Matthews. Yeah, I believe so. Senior, not junior. Eric Allen, that's a great choice. That is a great choice. Eric Allen is a phenomenal choice. Eric Allen, 2-point return touchdown game. Haven't really thought about doing that. Haven't really thought about it. We'll see if I can find something interesting about it besides the fact that he returned 2 punts. 4 wide. Mon, 3rd down. They rush 4, fires over the middle. That ball is caught once again. Austin Watkins. This guy can play. Austin Watkins can play. This is the star of the game so far. Diving catch by Watkins. Ernest Biner, not a Hall of Famer. So I can't say that. But Clay Matthews, yeah, I'll put Clay Matthews Hall of Fame. I have no problem with that. This play is under review. Eagles are challenging it. As things stand, that is a catch. And good enough for a first down. But the Eagles are going to challenge. Wait, no, Dawkins got in. Dawkins absolutely got in. Now they're saying incomplete. All right. So no catch. No catch. So 4th and 9, no catch there. Heck of an effort there by Watkins, but no catch. Need to change their mind back to the 18. It goes. Punt here. Corey punting this. It's a nice booming kick to the 28-yard line. Juke Movie's got some room. To the 40. To the 45. Fumbles the ball, but out of bounds to the 47-yard line. So crisis averted. Down to the 47-yard line. Return on the play from Justin Evans. So Philly will take over with pretty good field position. With about 8:50 left in this one. First and 10, the 47 coming up. Again, tomorrow we are doing the Giants-Panthers game as well as the Bengals Falcons game. Yeah, but the fumble went out of bounds. First and 10, balls at the 43-yard line. So pretty good field position. It is McKee back there. Fires deep. That ball is caught. What a throw. Put it perfectly on his back shoulder. Catch there made. Give it to Joseph Nada. Yeah, the numbers are up. My depth chart says Nada is 87, but he's 86. What a throw. Tanner McKee is placing the ball in all the right places. Down to the Cleveland 36. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Kennedy. Kennedy Brooks. Gain of 3. If Justin Jefferson were ever traded to Cincy, as a Vikings fan, break my heart, but as an NFL fan, I'd be very intrigued. Yeah. It's not going to happen. All right. Ooh, that's an interesting question. 5 Hall of Famers that I would take out and replace with someone from the same team. Ooh, that is interesting. All right, let me think about this. 2nd and 7, play action. McKee fires that ball a bit behind his receiver, but it is caught by Nada. Nada gets the first down. All right, Joe Guyon with the Giants. I'm taking him out, and I'm putting in Otis Anderson. So there's 1. Raiders take out Stabler, put in Hayes. That's 2. Man, that is tough. I was saying he did not get the first down. Oh, wow. All right, 3rd and 1. Handoff goes to Kennedy Brooks, and he did not get the first down. 4th and 1 coming up, 4-down territory. All right, Steelers take out Lynn Swan and put in L.C. Greenwood. That's 3. Man, this is tough. That's an interesting question because all these guys are reserving players. All these guys are reserving. So it's tough to take guys out of the Hall. But Niners, Bryant Young will take out. Handoff goes to Kenny Brooks down to the 22-yard line. First down. Bryant Young will take out. And we will put in Roger Craig. And then who else do I want to do? That is a tough question. That is tough. First down, play action, McKee fires. He's got a man to the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown Eagles! Tanner McKee! Look at me, I'm Tanner McKee, and he finds Brady Russell. Brady Russell, the undrafted tight end out of Colorado. They're now 2 points away from tying it up. Tanner McKee should have 2 touchdown passes. A drop pass really killed him on the last drive. 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game up. Dumbest advertising mistake ever, just for feet. Easily just for feet. That killed the company. Just for feet at the Super Bowl, killed the company. Yeah, L.C. Greenwood's not in. He should be in. He should be in. Let's see. Here we go. 4 wide. McKee fires slant route, low throw. Did he get down and catch it? Westry's saying no, but Johnny King is saying yes. Johnny King, the king on that drive, 18-all. The Eagles tie it up. Tanner McKee. I'm telling you, this guy should be QB2. This guy should be QB2. I'm telling you. This guy should be QB2 over Mariota. I'm telling you. Just going to tweet that out. When the Eagles update their Twitter, I will tweet that out. Get some engagement. JG9 Silent calls for Jags team to be more entertaining than Al Michaels and the entire Jags Chargers. I mean, yeah. I mean, it bugs me that the announcing call was so bad because you could easily have a moment live on in NFL history for that. You could easily nickname a game like that. Like, I guarantee you, if you had Ian Eagle or Kevin Harlan on the call for that, we're getting the River City comeback. We're calling that game the River City comeback. And it's coined throughout NFL history. Now it's 27-0. I just call it 27-0. But that game lives on in lore if Al Michaels treats that game seriously. That was a great throw on the run by McKee and then a nice slant route. Tanner McKee, 8 for 14, but again, 5 incompletions, probably drops that you expect a receiver to make. Tanner McKee looks the part. As QB2, yeah, I like him over Mariota. Kickoff fielded at the 4-yard line. Cut back to the 20. To the 25 flag on the play, though, so this is coming back. Returned there by Nate Meters. All right, let me just make sure that the Eagles posted the touchdown. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think it's a YouTube thing. I don't control it. So, I think it's a YouTube thing. AFC South Month Rushmore, 1 player from each team. All right, Texans, we're going to use Watt. That's easy. Colts, we're going to use Payton. Jaguars, we're going to use Baselli. And Titans/Oilers, we're going to use Campbell. That's what we're going to do. I feel pretty comfortable with that. First and 10 for the Browns. Again, there is no overtime in the preseason. Keep that in mind. Games can end in ties in regulation. There is no overtime in preseason. They got rid of that a few years ago, which is good. There's no need to play overtime in preseason. Remember the Jags played the Bills in overtime in the preseason about a decade ago, and it was so brutal to watch. First and 10 to 32-yard line. Empty backfield. Mond, still in the game. So Dobbs is not playing. Slayer on that ball. Caught by Watkins. Watkins makes a man miss. Makes Scully a miss down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. Good for a first down. Austin Watkins, the star of the game for the Browns so far today. Over 130 yards receiving. Should a player's off-the-field life be a factor? It depends on what you did. If you're not a good person, if you did some shady stuff, a one-time thing, no, it should not matter. If you pulled a Jim Tyrer or a Darren Sharper, yes, it should matter. Pitch play goes to Feldon. Feldon into Philly territory out the 46-yard line. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. As an example, try to think of a good example. Like Tom Brady. Some shady stuff with the loans from COVID, with the business loans. Probably not a good person for that. Not keep him out of the Hall of Fame. If you kill the man, different story. Like Jim Tyrer will never get in, Sharper will never get in, and rightfully so. 2nd and 3. Oh, the clock was not running. My apologies. Play action. Mond. They rush 4. Clean pocket. Fires. Wobbling throw. Incomplete pass. Once again intended for Watkins. Pass breakup there. Coming from Eli Ricks. 3rd and 3. All right, Vikings take like Arizona and put Jim Marshall. Ooh, yeah. Al Michaels scoring games right now is like Dick Clark doing the Year's Eve. Yeah. Although at least Dick Clark, at least it seemed like he wanted to be there. Al Michaels doesn't seem like he wants to be there. Bradford or Foles? 18 or 9. Oh, Bradford easily. 19 Foles was a train wreck. 19 Foles was terrible with us. I'm taking anyone over that. Felon with the run needs to get 3. He got 4 down to the 42-yard line for a first down. If someone was already Hall of Famer but they were found to be a murderer, should they remove like O.J. Simpson? No, I think once you're in, you're in. Once you're in, you're in. I think that's a bit of a dicey game at that point. Once you're in, you're in. This is on NFL Network. Saints Mount Rushmore, you can only use players to play from 2015 and before. Okay, so Breeze, obviously. Willie Roaf. Play action. Mond, out route. That ball is caught. Was he touchdown? Schwartz was touchdown. Gain of about 6 on the play. Saints Mount Rushmore can only use players from... Okay, so Breeze, Roaf. I have to have someone on the Dome Patrol. Swilling, maybe? No, Ricky Jackson. We'll go Ricky Jackson. Ricky Jackson. And... Oh, man. Okay. The 4th one's the tough one. The fourth one's the tough one. 2nd and 4. Handoff, Feldon. Feldon cuts inside down to the 30-yard line. First down. The dumbest banner each team could raise. Yeah, I'm trying to think like actual like individual banners. Like I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Like Bills 4 straight Super Bowls. Dolphins first team to make 3 straight Super Bowls. That'd be a pretty dumb banner. Jets first AFL team to win. How should the Hall of Fame handle a manner that became convicted? Leave him in the Hall, but then just don't bring him up and mention him. Disassociate with him, but keep him in the Hall. I don't remember Kirk Douglas doing that. Yeah, Archie Manning is the 4th. Yeah, I think Manning is the 4th. Probably makes the most sense. Feldon, bottled up behind the line. Loss of 3 on the play. Nice play by Teron Jackson. Get into the backfield there. Loss of 3. 2nd and 13 coming up. 2:35 left in this one. Again, no overtime in the preseason. You cap it. Yep. I think here's my thing. If you do something terrible once you're already in the Hall of Fame, you should still stay in. That creates a very slippery slope. You start taking guys out, but just don't mention them. So keep them in the Hall. Let them have their bust and everything, but you don't invite them to ceremonies and whatnot. You don't mention their name and whatnot. Stuff like that. You can keep a guy out of the Hall of Fame for doing stuff like that, but once they're in, I don't like taking guys out of the Hall of Fame. Is there a reason I always start with the AFC? That's just how I do it. That's just how I've always done it. I've always gone AFC. Just the way the standings work in like the Daily News, it was always, and the Newsday was always East, North, Southwest, or East, South, Northwest. So I always just start up top. Mon slant route, incomplete pass intended for Watkins. No flag on the play. Good tight coverage there. Coming from Josiah Scott. So 3rd and 13 coming up. Bus removed from public display? No, I don't think that. I don't think that. What I'm saying is that just don't invite them to like the ceremonies. Don't mention their name, but like have their bus and whatnot. Just don't have a giant display for them. That's what I mean. Like O.J. Simpson, if he was the only runner to ever have 2,000 yards in a season, just don't have a display for that anymore. But you keep his bust in. Feldon, gain of 4. Okay, why did the clock go all the way to 8 minutes? It is at 2:20. It should be. I don't know what the clock is doing. All right, 4th and 9 coming up after that catch by Feldon. It can't be worse than Feldon. Yeah. Or Anson, I mean. I don't know why I said Feldon. Yeah, it's a very interesting subject for sure. 2-minute warning. 4th and 9 coming up for the Browns. Cade York on to try a 47-yard field goal. 3 for 3 today. But this is the big one. This is his longest kick of the day. Missed a kick last week against the Commanders. Got booed. Missed a kick in the Hall of Fame game. If Breeze never broke his arm, what would happen in the 2004 NFL Draft? What happens is that the Chargers trade out at 4. They don't draft Rivers. Breeze never broke his arm. Yeah. Yeah, it goes alphabetical order. Yeah, east, north, south. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, Richie Incognito did have the bowling thing. But if Incognito was a Hall of Fame player, like, as bad as that was, I think he gets in. I mean, there are some bad people. There's some bad stuff that are in the Hall of Fame. Best Texans coach is Bill O'Brien. He's better than the worst Cowboys coach. Bill O'Brien better than Chan Gailey? Yeah, I'd say. Or Dave Campo? Yeah, I'd say so. All right, so dumbest banners. Jets final AFL champs. Patriots scored a touchdown on the Bears in 85. That'd be pretty dumb. Dolphins 3 straight Super Bowls. Bills 4 straight Super Bowls. Jaguars first expansion team to make the playoffs in their second year in the AFC. That'd be a pretty dumb banner. Colts AFC finalist. I mean, they already have that. I guess Colts would be worst to first 2012. Texans, any Love You Blue banners. Titans, any Titans first team to ever make a Super Bowl in their first year named as that team, because their first year as the Titans and made Super Bowl. That'd be pretty dumb banner to hang. Steelers. Yeah, I think obviously you draw the line, like if you kill someone, different story. But like a crime like tax fraud, like where do you like Brett Favre should not be removed from the Hall of Fame. That's a perfect example. Brett Favre, as heinous as the stuff he's done has been, he should not be removed from the Hall of Fame. He should not be removed from the Hall. Like as heinous as that is, he should not be removed from the Hall of Fame. Steelers banner made a Super Bowl with Neil O'Donnell as their quarterback. Ravens, just a banner honoring their defense. Any number one defense banners, I'd hang a lot of those. Bengals won the coldest game ever. That'd be a pretty dumb banner. Browns 4 straight AFC championships. Broncos played the first Super Bowl ever in prime time. Same thing with the Cowboys. That'd be good. Yeah, Ring of Honor is a different story. Ring of Honor, if you want to move from Ring of Honor, but Hall of Fame, that's different. 4th and 9, Cade York and a try field goal. Chiefs played the first Super Bowl ever. Won the final Super Bowl ever in the AFL era. Raiders, most relocations. I guess that'd be a dumb one. 4th and 9. Kick by York. The kick is drifting! The kick is drifting! No good! No good! Chargers, the biggest underdog in Super Bowl history. Cade York has now missed 3 field goals in the preseason, but there was a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. There might be second life. It is on the defense. It is on the defense. What are they calling? Are they saying he lined up over the set? No. Leverage? It's not on that first down, though. It's not on that first down. The penalty is on Sagapolu. 4th and 4. Second life for Cade York. No, biggest underdog. The Chargers were the biggest underdog. Chargers were by point spread the biggest underdog. 41 yards. Kick is up by York. That one! Also no good! Also no good! Cade York misses back-to-back kicks. The Browns now have a problem. The Browns officially have a problem. At this point, Cade York missed in the Hall of Fame game, missed against the Commanders, and now missed back-to-back kicks in this game. At this point, the Browns have a kicking problem. It is official. Once is an accident. Twice is a trend. 3 is a problem. Cade York, the team's 4th round pick from last year, only hit 75% of his kicks last year, so not very good. And now 3 missed kicks this preseason. 4 if you count the other one that he missed that didn't count. They're in trouble. McKee goes to Kenny Brooks. Brooks to 35. Brooks, flag on the play for a block. So this will not count. Cade York, he might be having to find another job. This is where the get ready to learn Chinese buddy thing comes into play. Because holy cow, Cade York is in trouble. Cade York is in some serious trouble at this point. Here's my guess. The Lions have 2 kickers on their roster that we know can play. Riley Patterson, not a strong leg, but he's pretty accurate, and John Parker Romo, who I love. One of them will make the roster. One of them's getting cut. My guess, the Browns will cut York, and they will sign whichever Lions kicker loses the battle. 1st and 18. McKee goes down to the 20-yard line. Got to move quickly. They do have 2 timeouts. Again, games can end in ties. There is no overtime in the preseason. 2nd and 21. Were they justified in Milli Vanilli? I think that was a massive overreaction, especially compared to what we know today. Like, they make great music. They make great fun music. I mean, yeah, they weren't the ones singing, but I mean, did we see what happened with Eurodance in the 90s? No one was the real singer. CNC Music Factory, they use fake singers. Black Box used fake singers. Ni hao, buddy. Yeah, K. York's done. You can't keep him after this. You just can't. 75% last year, one of the worst percentages in the league. The Lions will cut a good kicker, whether it is going to be Parker Romo or Riley Patterson. Yeah. McKee fires. Low throw. Ball is caught, though, at the 35 and down to the 40-yard line. Yeah, we'll do the NFC teams after this game is done. We'll do the NFC teams. I'll stay on to do the NFC teams after this game is done. 3rd and 1 coming up. Eagles have 1 timeout left. So there's just a lot happening right now. We'll do the NFC teams. Best kickers and partners on the Hall of Fame. I mean, Gary Anderson's the best, and Shane Leckler. McKee, they rush 4. Fires in the flat. That ball is caught. Caught by Kenny Brooks. Did not get out of bounds, but does get the first down. With 1:07 left. Tanner McKee trying to lead a drive. Again, anything inside the 45-yard line, you have to figure is in range for Jake Elliott. First and 10, McKee fires back shoulder, trying to come back route, incomplete pass, intended target on the play. Looked like it was Johnny King, the man who caught the 2-point conversion earlier. All right, NFC banners. Let's do that since there was a bit of a break in the action with 49 seconds left. Giants outlasted the San Francisco Giants in New York. Eagles booed Santa Claus. Cowboys, most Super Bowl appearances in the 70s. Washington, most name changes. All right, 2nd down at the 36. McKee fires. That ball is dropped. Incomplete pass a bit behind his intended target, Joseph Nada. Or excuse me, that is Hazelwood, actually. Jaden Hazelwood. Sorry, my depth chart has Hazelwood as 86 and Nada's 87, and really it's reversed. 3rd and 10. Is this 4-down territory? Again, remember, games can end in ties in the preseason. Panthers, first expansion team to make, or youngest expansion team to make the playoffs. Falcons blew the biggest win in Super Bowl history. Buccaneers, worst winning percentage ever. Saints, I don't know what the Saints banner would be. Most consecutive seasons to start off below 500. 3rd and 10. McKee, they rush 4. Pocket collapses. Can't get out of it. Down he goes. And now the Browns will call a timeout. Or will they? Yeah, they will call timeout. The Browns will call timeout. Sack there on the play. Credit it to Jordan Elliott. And the Eagles now just set to hope for a tie. They lose 9 yards. 4th and 19. The Chargers will pick up Cade York. Yeah, we'll see. He's not gonna do it. Yeah, he's not making this roster. All right. Yeah, I make Milvino look like nothing. All right, NFC North banners. Vikings, most Super Bowls lost in the 70s. Most Super Bowls without a win. Lions, fewest playoff wins in the Super Bowl era. Bears, dumbest banner. Only team to have a kickoff return touchdown in the Super Bowl to open the game. Packers, most years split with another city, with Milwaukee. Cardinals, just hang up a 1925 Potsdam Maroons banner, just for fun. Seahawks, any decibel banners? All right, punt is fielded at the 28-yard line. Bit nervy, had to go ground there. 2 timeouts left for the Browns. Can they get going? Demetric Felon on the, turns out to the 28-yard line. Rams banner, first team to win a Super Bowl in multiple states. And the Niners, I would say, most Super Bowls lost in the 2010s would be a pretty dumb banner. All right, here we go. First down, 29-yard line. 33 seconds left in this game regardless. Again, games can end in ties. 3.5 hour preseason game. Mond. Flag on the play. Another flag. Oh, man, this has been a sloppy affair. This one looks like it's going to go against the Browns. If the Eagles' sideline is any indication. Can Cade York redeem himself with a 60-yard game winner? That's his only shot at staying on the roster at this point because he has been terrible so far. He has been terrible. Browns have 2 timeouts. This is one of the longest preseason games I can remember. 5-yard penalty. Came right at the snap. And how many years do you think we'll see a completely AI-generated song hit number 1? Within the next 5 years. Next 5 years, I think. Look, the biggest song, but like it didn't hit number 1, but the biggest song that people were talking about was the Weeknd Drake AI song that was completely AI generated. I think we'll see it at some point. We'll see it. 1st and 15, 27 seconds. Mon, 3 wide. 4 rushing. Mon fires to the sideline. That ball is caught. Can he get out of bounds? He cannot. Schwartz can't get out of bounds. Just call timeout. You don't need to run to the line. All right, 2nd and 2. Browns have 1 timeout left. So, the biggest question mark for the Browns, the biggest storylines, I think there's 3 storylines to take away from this. Number 1 is that Austin Watkins can play. Austin Watkins, he won your receiving battle right there. He's going to make your roster. Austin Watkins, heck of a game. The second thing to take from this, DTR, not quite ready compared to the last 2 games, but he's still got a lot of potential. But number 3, the big one for me, the big one, Cade York, you got an issue. You got an issue. Cade York cannot be on this team. He's missed too many kicks. Cade York is done. Just cut your losses and move on. 2nd and 2, Mond fires deep. No one home intended for Schwartz. 3rd and 2 coming up. Eagles takeaways. Number 1, Mariota. Not the guy. He's not your number 2. I think McKee had more poise. Number 2, you need receivers that badly because no one on the team can catch a pass behind the first string. So many drops today. It was embarrassing. So many drops today. And then the other one, Ty Zentner, obviously he's not making the roster. He had such a bad game. 3rd and 2. 15 seconds left in this one. Again, games cannot go to overtime in the preseason. Mond. They rush 5. Fires in the flat. That ball is caught. He will not get out of bounds, but is enough for a first down. 8 seconds left. The Browns will burn their final timeout. Catch their mate on the play by Zaire Mitchell-Payton, the tight end, his first grab of the day. Again, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you don't miss a moment of the action. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss a moment that we go live. We are doing the Giants-Panthers game tomorrow, and we are doing Bengals-Falcons at the same exact time. On top of that, remember that video dropping 9 a.m. Eastern, and make sure that you become a YouTube member so you get cool badges next to your name, and you get early access to videos, one-on-one video chats, exclusive Q&A streams. It's going to be a lot of fun. 8 seconds left. 1st and 10. Browns have no timeouts. You got time for 1 play and then a Hail Mary. Or you know what you do? You try 1 play to get 15 yards or so, and you let Cade York try it and say, this is for your job. This is for your job. Put the pressure on. 1st down. Eagles have 1 timeout. They want to adjust their defense at all. The Browns have none, and the Eagles will use their final timeout. This preseason game has now been 3.5 hours. Why are the Browns games so long? The Browns games are so long. The Hall of Fame game took forever because of the stadium outage. Here we go. This is the first preseason game we're doing this week. This preseason's been crazy. The Saints-Chiefs ending was crazy. The Broncos-Cardinals ending was crazy. Hall of Fame game was really good. This has been a fun preseason. Most fun preseason I can remember. And thank you guys for making it all possible. I'm going to make sure that you do watch the next JG9 video. Make sure you watch the next JG9 video when it drops at 9 a.m. Eastern. And make sure that you watch the one that came out today if you haven't already. How's it going, Sonic? You came back in a perfect time. 8 seconds left. Time for 2 plays. 1 play and a Hail Mary, or 1 play and a field goal. Here we go. Kellen Mond, 3 wide with a running back. Mond, they rush 4, fires in the flat. What does that accomplish? Get out of bounds! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Harley? What are you doing? Harley, first off, the throw, I don't know what were you trying to accomplish there? What does 4 yards do? It's not Hail Mary range. How do you not get out of bounds? That's basic 101. That's football 101. That's basic awareness. Well, Mike Harley's getting cut after that. Mike Harley is not making the roster. I mean, that's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. How do you not go out of bounds in that situation? How do you not go out of bounds? How do you not go out of bounds there? I don't get it. First off, terrible throw by Mont. I don't know why you're even throwing that. 4 yards makes no difference. Mike Harley, welcome to not the NFL. The USFL, the XFL, you're not making the NFL after that. Teams are going to watch that. Not that you're ever going to make the Browns roster. But that is, you're not making it after that. I can promise you that. Well, expand different players this season. I might do stuff like boneheaded moves. I might do something like that. We'll see. But again, no overtime in the preseason. So the final score, we do have a tie. The Browns 18, the Eagles 18 after, I don't even know what I just watched. Harley cost himself a job, and Cade York, the big storyline, missed 2 field goals, had multiple chances at the game winner, and missed both. And now his roster status is in jeopardy. Again, my guess is that at this point, the Browns are paying close attention to the Lions kicker battle. Whoever loses between Riley Patterson and John Parker Romo is going to become a Brown. Because you cannot keep Cade York on this team. 4 missed kicks in 3 weeks. He's done. Cade York is done. That is a serious issue for the team. What a crazy, crazy thing. I mean, he didn't cost York a chance of redemption because even if he got out of bounds, it'd be at the 47-yard line. You're not going to do it. Yeah, Cade missed. So he missed a kick from 46 yards out. But there was a penalty on the Eagles. Illegal formation lined up over the center. So they moved up 5 yards and tried it again, and he missed that one too from 41. Missed wide right and then missed wide left. They tried to go out. Yeah, he tried to go out and couldn't. But what he did was he could have gone out right away, and instead he tried to cut back to the middle of the field and then realized, oh crap, I got to get out of bounds, and he didn't get out of bounds. Yeah, so it would be score got me in the regular season. I'm not surprised. 18-18 tie. It has to be. Yeah, he's done. Cade York is done. Mike Harley is done after this. At least you do have Austin Watkins. Yeah, Cade York has... Yeah, I did say had looked good today. Key word being had. Had doing a lot of the operative work there. All right. Has any kicker ever hit 100%? Yes. Gary Anderson hit 100% of his kicks in 1998 in the regular season. He hit 100% of his field goals. And then we know how that ended in the NFC Championship. But yes, yeah, kicker has hit 100% before. All right, on that note, because this stream has gone 3.5 hours and I have places to be and I have to do the video, I'm going to call it there. This has been a fun stream, a fun, sloppy, but crazy preseason game. Unbelievable. Join me tomorrow. We'll do the Giants, Panthers, and the Bengals, Falcons at the same exact time. It should be a fun stream. I'm going to call both games. We'll see how it goes. It could be a train wreck. It could be a lot of fun. Who knows? But either way, we will be streaming that tomorrow. That we will start at 6:45 Eastern. Make sure you were here for that. And again, new JG9 video dropping at 9 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. This has been a fun stream. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, this is Jerry9 signing off. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. I'll see you guys in less than 24 hours for game number 2 out of